Hello everyone and welcome to Arcane Focus D&D for our continuous long-form campaign, Trials of VinTear. This is episode 35. I'm Mike, your DM, and joined with me are amazing players. Say hi everyone.
Hey.
Hello. Joined by Temple.
Hello.
Nick.
Hi there.
Titan.
Howdy.
And Ember.
Hey.
Oh boy. Hey guys, this is just to let you know this is a pre-recorded episode, so if you're watching this on Twitch or any other live streaming platform, we're not looking at chat, or are we? We're just not reacting in real time. You can always check us out on YouTube. It's Arcane Focus, YouTube.com/ Arcane Focus. You'll find it there. That has all of our VODs as well as the Short Rest, which is a great little condensed version of this campaign, this little session in like 10 minutes. So it's nice. Well, I would like everyone to roll me a d20. It's back, you folks. I've spent a good amount of sessions giving it a break.
I thought we were home free.
I know, it's so nice.
Out of sight, out of mind. I was like, yeah, I don't need that anymore. I don't have to worry.
Oh, 16.
16 for Amber.
12.
12 for Temple.
13.
13 for Titan.
I got a 3.
Congratulations, Nick.
Let's go!
I win.
Oh my god, Nick, I love you so much right now.
I win.
It's because you have caffeine and none of us don't.
It's because you have caffeine.
Have subpar or no caffeine.
Gotta get yourself a Dutch Bros. Then you can be part
too
of the fun
sweet.
here.
But that's another story. Anyway.
There's one in Eastville.
Yeah,
It's not that far, but it's, yeah.
It's been a while since we've done one of these, and Nick, I hope you're excited to read my little copy for Dakota Irish and their amazing products. I picked one out especially for you.
Does it have hats?
Okay, these are puns, not typos. All right. There's
Nick's
not a better
face is-
Riesling to get back into action with the ad reads. Dakota Irish does make such bottle-full dice sets and accessories. On occasion, I find myself just browsing their site and really take my time browsing their edge and metal dice sets. You know, take things slow, really stop and smell the rosé. Then you find that perfect set, and it feels like you're on cloud wine.
the read,
Your facial
the
expressions.
read is amazing.
I love this.
Oh, just like how you feel when you order No More Whining, the red wine flavored D&D dice gummy dice set.
Wine flavored D&D gummies, Cabernet, more like Cabernet.
And use promo code Arcane Focus D&D to get 10% off your order. Oh boy, thank you so much, Dakota Irish, for the discount.
Sorry, Dakota
Good
Irish.
job, Nick.
When you say flavored, can I put that to the test?
We should. We should get a set. We'll reach out to Dakota Irish. Maybe we can get something. That'd be nice.
Are they edible?
They are
They
edible.
are edible.
Yeah, they're gummies.
I pointed these out, and I did not
Gummies.
think you would do the copy with them, Mike. So sorry, Nick. I went, ooh, wine gummies.
Do I get like a free level up or something? Or has that been discontinued?
For those puns,
That's been
I think you
discontinued.
deserve
You
it.
take 10 points of psychic damage.
That's what you get.
Are you guys ready for a crew recap?
See.
Yo.
Mhm.
The rumbling of the hills can be heard as our party continues their fight with the Cyclopses. Cyclopsi? We'll figure that out later. However, with the final blow dealt, you all trekked towards the winding path and the checkpoint that blocks those unauthorized to enter Jorgenkim. And after a quick talk with the captain of the checkpoint, you squeezed yourself through the pass, now covered in bright green moss, and find yourself, finally, in the wild expanse that is Jorgenkim, this barely untouched land of thick mud, half-decayed plant matter, and overgrown trees galore. It is home to beasts, monsters alike, and you all faced with the most abundant of creatures, insects and bugs, spiders, mosquitoes. All the while dealing with poisonous flowers and sinking muddy terrain, you all, currently in a clearing near a babbling brook, stood over several pitbull-sized spiders several feet away from the water as the insects attacked you due to the sweet smell of the moss. You just finished a bit of a fight, but there's still sort of that tension of you've cleared out half of the space. As you guys, and let's go ahead and put you guys back on the map if you're not already there. As you all start to collect yourselves in sort of this 1/4 of this area, what is everyone's quick and immediate intention?
Water.
I want to destroy this
burn
nest
the
that's
spider's
right in front
nest.
of me.
Yeah. Want a light?
Walking
I was going to
through.
ask you, do you want to spare some of your alcohol?
Oh, are we doing fire breathing? Or are we just
No,
pouring
just
it?
pour it on it in night. Initially.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the show thing that you showed Phoenix a while
I mean,
back.
I could.
We could fancily burn
is-
the spider nest.
Is this one
I mean,
over
it's
by
like a
me
free
too?
There is one over by you, Legati, yes.
Oh,
All right,
we
I
should
will
go
be
burn the one
backing
by.
up from that one. Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait,
This
let
is
me
the one
put
I
my
was aiming at. I think we're all going for there.
let me put my stupid duck feet back on. Hold on.
Diva, are you going to try to blow fire on some of the nests here?
Sure. I'm gonna go to the one that's in front of Legati. That's the closest one.
Roll me a
take-
performance check.
I give her you take a swig as I put my duck shoes back on.
Are you trying to help out, Phoenix?
Yeah.
I think Phoenix gives you a light.
It's not my strongest performance. It's gonna be a 15. So.
Bro, be lucky I can help at all. I
You
got
gain advantage because of Phoenix. She's giving you a light.
Ooh, okay. Oh, dirty 20 then.
Dirty
So
20.
I'll take Phoenix's arm.
Yeah, just 'cause those, in Phoenix's arm, those cracks of like
Not what I meant
magma
by
a little
light,
bit.
but alright.
You just
clearly holding like fire in her hand, but you take
I
her
just take full arms. It's like,
Alright.
you see skittering of smaller insects, little like small like dime-sized spiders just starting to go away from the nest. Immediately, you could see some of them like getting caught in the flames, turning on their side, and you see the legs just start to curl a little bit from the flames. And I'll say that this is a thing that you're doing to kind of the most nearby nests, both south and north, as you're just, all right, next swig. Definitely going into the performance matter, just like a mist of fire. Morse, he kind of, you see him sort of struggling a little bit. And the moth starts to poke its head out.
Oh, I take it she don't like fire. Moth to a flame?
I'm just like, I don't care. I just kind of look at it. It's just like, yes.
She emerges from sort of that sandwich space in between Morse's back and the backpack. This gigantic moth just starts to encase itself, and then slowly Mitsumina shows herself.
Oh.
She looks to you, Diva, as you're currently catching fire most of the creatures here. This way, dear. Right here. And there is a moment where she leads you to certain patches where there are other spiders hiding. And I will say, for the sake of it, you guys are able to clear out about 1, 2, 3, 4 more spiders that are lying and waiting, but with the introduction of fire, either they skitter away or you're able to easily dispatch them.
I'm like, I think we're good for the evening. If we want to, like, you know, refresh here. I don't know if we want to actually rest here.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm trying to wash some of this off.
Yeah, I'm
Are we
already.
able
I know, like,
to-
I guess with that, we go wash the moss off.
Green moss start to flow down this little babbling brook. You see Mitsumina sort of arms out, giving like a big whiff. Smells like home. Though the arachnid pests are still causing trouble, I see.
Got any other pests you want us to warn us about?
Oh, dear. There's many different heads here that cause problems.
I mean,
I
you're
do-
from here. How do you guys deal with them?
Generally, we stay within the swarm.
I mean, she's like super tall, right?
Yeah, she's like 8 feet tall.
Gesture like this.
Does that mean we shouldn't count on your assistance going forward, or?
Well, I still need strapping, strong, adventurous type to lead me home. You wouldn't want me to renege on my deal, right?
No.
You're doing such a great job escorting me as well. Appreciate it. Besides, most of my stronger magic is tied to what I grow. Just like your friend found out. Such a sight I wish I've seen. Vines and roots within veins and skin. What a pretty picture.
I don't think he thinks it's so pretty or comfortable.
Well, you shouldn't have stolen from my shop.
Fair.
We're making amends for that now.
We are. You're doing such a great job.
How much farther from here? Do you know?
Looks at the sky. I would say about maybe a day and a half.
Looking down at these stupid duck. Oh, I probably took off the shoes to get in the water. Wear these for a day and a half.
You see, she just starts to play with some of the dead bodies of the spiders.
Weird.
You know if you could
speaking
eat
of-
those?
What was that, Arrow?
Curious.
I want to go find one such spider as well, and I want to take one of their fangs.
Okay, yeah. Easily enough done to take a fang. And then what was your question, Phoenix?
Oh, I was asking Misomina if we could eat them if they were cooked. Generally, you can cook poison out.
My taste and your taste might differ.
I mean, I don't really
I
want
don't
to eat
mind
them,
eating
but
these kin, especially cooked. A grilled spider sounds grand, to be honest, but I'm not sure if it would be to your liking.
I just want to see Phoenix eat the spider, so I am interested.
Even
I
worse.
did recommend everyone buy rations before we left the city, right?
Scotty,
Leslie?
stop.
I do
Let her
have rations.
eat it
I
if
get
she wants
bored.
to eat the spider.
All right, well, I will be having rations, not spider.
Yeah. She starts to tear apart some of the legs and sort of getting the abdomen, sort of making a fire, getting that situated.
I don't know if I want to eat that part. I meant like a chicken wing.
My kind tried to coexist with these all, but they have spider can always have some sort of chip on their abdomen. There was this one time this young spiderling felt that it was time to make a name for himself. Hope he died.
I'm sure.
Let's see here. I think some time is passing here as you. I'm assuming this is where we're bedding for the night, or
Yeah.
I don't have a
Yeah.
better idea. We've already cleared stuff out of this, so
yeah.
Take advantage of it.
yeah, maybe we give it like while we're washing off and while we're waiting. See, like, is stuff coming back? Like, is this going to be a constant thing, or do we think maybe we get the night? This will be as safe as any other place, and there's water here, which is nice.
This up here on the northern side of the map, how high up is that compared to like this low ground?
About 20 feet.
Okay. Does it look like there's enough space up there for all of us to camp?
Yeah, I mean the obviously the map is finite, but the world is
right.
continuous, so there would be more trees, more cover, and sort of a wider body of water up there.
Why don't we make camp up there instead? So we're not in a valley.
I was gonna say up high's better, especially if predators come other than these guys to the watering hole. It would be ideal.
Unless something can fly like a giant bird, but I will take your word for it.
There should be more tree cover. Hopefully.
Grand. Someone here roll me a survival check to see how well you find a good bedding space that is hidden, but not overly, coated and probably what you expect to be like a good nesting space.
I'll roll it. Oh, go ahead.
I must say, I think we established Phoenix has the best survival.
I got
think
plus
I forgot
5.
you mine.
Oh, or
Put
not.
+6.
Okay, you go for it. I
Why
can
don't
help.
why don't you both roll, and we'll see what we get.
Yeah, don't
Plus
ask
6
the
plus a rock.
sailor.
Don't
For
ask the
land,
sailor.
yeah.
Yeah,
We'll ask you when we're on the boat, okay?
I see rocks, and I'm like, that's probably
Yeah.
good.
I got a 13. So
13.
nothing special. Yeah.
16 plus 6 plus 1, so 23.
23. Yeah, I think Legati, you find the closest to where you're currently standing to be like a good spot to rest.
Least movement, yeah.
And it's like that works.
That works.
It looks safe. It's perfect. It's covered, but it's not overly dense with like foliage, so nothing can pop out on us. But Phoenix does walk a few extra feet, like probably like a good 50 or so feet further north, until finally there's a better hiding spot. So yeah, I think you're able to find a spot that has enough cover, but not as totally covered in case you wanted like a fire.
Yeah, we should have a basic fire because now we were covered in moss and then we got all wet to get it off. So and just to dry out, and we're all muddy and everything. So I think a fire would be a good idea. When we are going to bed, I will ritual cast alarm on a 20-foot cube area around our campsite. So anything other than us that's bigger than tiny, or it's actually whenever tiny or larger creature, handbell sound will ring and everybody will be able to hear it.
Sounds good.
So we will not be snuck up on, although still probably a good idea if we want to take watches and stuff.
Definitely.
Well, I can
Phoenix,
take first watch.
perfect. Yeah. And Phoenix, you feel something hit your chest as Mitsumina handed you a leg.
Oh, thanks. I thought I got hit by a mosquito.
They're getting bigger.
I was like, all right, I'll take a bite.
Honestly,
Okay.
with that comment, she looks to you, Legati, and she goes, further east we go, the bigger they will be.
Oh, cool.
As well as you may soon understand them.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Spectacular. I
Look
take a
forward
bite.
to it, I guess.
Roll me a con save,
I figured.
Phoenix.
Oh, not bad. What's my save? 19.
19. The small, like, fried hairs get stuck in the back of your throat a little bit.
Gross.
And it's like, and it doesn't taste right. It's crunchy in the outside, but the moment you bite in, it's like wet and squishy. In the inside, it like there's like chunks of like Jello almost, like sort of goes down your gullet, and you're like forcing yourself to swallow until it's great. It does not taste good at all.
Phoenix does not drink, but she means takes a swig of that moonshine because she hates the taste of this. You know, I wouldn't try it again, but I didn't die, so it's fine.
Let's see here. She looks Mitsumina looks off towards the east. Just goes, day and a half? Not too far. Well, I guess it's time to rest then. And who's taking the first watch? Arrow, taking the first watch. Roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
It's not time, so you don't got to worry about the sun.
No, I do got to worry about my dice though. 4.
4? I think it's not singing, but you can definitely hear off far in the distance, sort of a cacophony of frogs croaking. Just sort of like that
Not that way.
in the distance. And you kind of there's moments where you're constantly like shaking a little bit as you see something just go from one brush to the next, something small like a chicken, just like that size.
Large squirrel.
Your cacophony of singing frogs turn back. That's what I wrote down.
Yeah.
But they
I'll
weren't
also-
singing.
Like part through the night before I take my own rest, I'll also be flipping through that book I got from Ian's library as well. Just rereading it.
Yeah, of course. Let's see. Remind me again what the book was.
A book on death and resurrection.
Right. I think we covered some of. I think you've done a check on that before. So this is your second time diving into it. We'll say maybe the third time we can try maybe having a second, a second check on it.
Yeah.
I'll say this is unlocking it for a second try.
All right. Yeah, it's like he's trying to now understand it. The first time it was like read as much as I can, and now it's okay. I'm gonna actually try to start maybe digesting it a little bit.
There was so much in the book where you're like, a lot of this stuff doesn't pertain to what I'm interested in, and then the second one is like, okay, now I know I need to skip chapters 1 through 8.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Who's taking the second watch?
I'll take it.
All right, Phoenix, roll me a perception check.
Ooh, natural 20. For
Whoa.
24.
24. I think you're getting some good use because occasionally you'll see like an insect, so just and you
Yeah. Zap it
ignite.
up. I hate these things.
In that moment of sort of the ignition and a little bit of light for a flash, Mitsumine is not sleeping. She is just curled against a tree, and you just, for those brief moments, you just see the black eyes reflecting off the white or off the orange of fire that you're igniting. Just, she's just staring at the crew, just unblinking, resting in a sort of kind of a relaxed state.
Taking its sleep is overrated for you.
You learn not to sleep here.
Cool. I would ask why not, but I mean, I can already have a visual, so I'm good.
You're smarter than most, then.
That's what happens when you grow up in places like this. You don't get much sleep.
You hear sort of the croaking of frogs far in the distance, and immediately that stalwart face just sort of turns, and there's like a bit of a scowl, but situates herself a little bit more.
Do I have anything to show her? Hold on, let me look.
So that's also an interesting thing is that Arrow, during your watch, she was definitely watching you too, but you just didn't notice.
She has dark eyes. I'm only like glance at her sometimes, just like heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. Are you still there? Okay, she's still there. The clown is still in the corner of the room. It hasn't moved yet.
Exactly.
Okay, good.
Yep. That's it. I'm just checking to see if she like moved closer, if a limb changed position.
I think I just hand her my I can't think of what it is, but like the staff that Obadiah made, that's made out of the Maramonolix bone. See what she thinks about it.
Her hands to her side, so these extra long limbs, still to her side. She currently like is curled up a little bit. There seems to be like some sort of like hard shelling where her chest is, or like where sort of the middle. It kind of opens up a little bit, and these two smaller hands that are like almost like appendages just sort of grab the bone start to.
You're full of
Turn it-
surprises. Quite literally.
She brings her chin up and it splits a little bit, and you just see like almost like a tongue just starts to like go against the bone. I wonder if this is actually causing sound. I don't know.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, okay, good.
No, you're good.
She sort of gives it back. So the smaller pinches sort of curls back into her chest.
Make friends, they said. All right.
That must have been fun.
It was fun. Needed some help though.
Hmm.
How long were you in? Where were we again? Forgot.
Outsluck?
Yeah. How long were you there? Because you said you wanted to go home for a while.
I was there for close to a year. Not quite there yet.
Why'd you leave home? If I can ask.
I was inspired by a stupid spider.
Okay. I've heard worse reasons to leave home.
Hmm.
Definitely unique. Are you gonna watch this the whole night? Because that's a little odd.
I don't want my escorts to up and die now, do I?
Finally helping.
Like to hope not. Unless you're the one causing the death.
You did well with the leg. You survived.
I know what to look for.
Anything else, Phoenix?
I think if I can, I'm going to probably put in another 2 hours into the lockpicking book Legati gave me.
Who's taking the final watch?
I'll go ahead.
Go for it.
All right, Diva, you get up for your watch. Roll a perception check.
17.
17. I think what you see, yeah, I think that's what happens. You hear something far off, like something squeaking. You hear the echoes across the trees, and then something moving a canopy just far away, like something just like a bird just bolted. You hear the screech of like maybe a hawk or some sort of like predator bird. And as you're sort of sitting here, kind of like trying to get a visual of where that came from, something hits the water hard where it splashes. Just...
Huh. And I didn't get a visual of what it was. I just saw splash.
Yeah, you saw something fall from the sky and sort of splash the water.
I'll walk up to the kind of the edge of the Babbling Creek River. Like not a close, like a good enough distance that nothing's gonna drag me in, but just enough to see like what was that.
Have I traumatized everyone this bad? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Bro, we couldn't kill a crab like Campaign Zero.
We couldn't be near water in Campaign Zero.
Zero.
You see that there is a like a smaller hawk that is currently in the water, like on the base, and you can see that it is frozen still. And it's not until the sun slowly starts to rise that you finally see some color, and it is stark gray.
So not breathing, just dead gray.
And then you look over to Morris and you're like, that reminds me of something.
Huh. Yo, big man, wake up.
What?
I just point to him as like the hawk in the river. Explain that. Have you ever seen something just die and turn gray?
People?
Oh, you're useless. Never mind. Walk away.
What did you want me to say? Hopefully I channeled
how
that pretty
deep
well.
I was gonna say, how deep is the in there?
It's like maybe, like 5 feet.
Because like I said, curiosity is gonna be death of this
Well,
character.
no, not 5 feet.
I'm
You'd
gonna
see
go
it.
try to get it.
It would be less so. It'd be like 2 feet.
I say I'm gonna try to get it out of the water.
Okay. It's surrounded by numerous pebbles. You grab it, and it has no lax. It just like you're picking up a stone. You just hold this like fairly heavy statue of a hawk mid-flight.
That is so strange. I'm gonna take it back to camp with me, so I could bring it up to the group when they wake up.
You guys all gain a long rest.
Yay.
So you can type that in. And you all start to stir awake. Again, you can hear like the sounds of shiftment and movement around you. Strange calls from animals, birds singing outwards. You can see like there are like different other yells and growls off in the distance. This whole place is alive.
Anybody hear the creepy frogs last night? Because let's not go in that direction.
No, but plays out stone bird. Found that.
Where did you find that?
It fell out the sky and landed in the river.
Legati's interested in something that turned to stone. I would like to investigate if there's anything to learn.
Yeah, roll me investigation check.
Yeah. That's an 18.
18. I think you know, because what your experience with Morris, this definitely does look like petrification. It's not a carving, obviously. It looks too real in the fact that it fell out of the sky. You can see all the small little details in the wings and feathers. You can see like the beak mid-caw. It looks like it was ready to like flap its wings down to sort of get it an uplift, but it froze in such a position. I think with an 18, you recognize that it was flying away from something.
I'll share that with the group.
Didn't somebody mention before we came in here that there was a creature that turns things into stone?
It was a myth. Or it was like urban legend. They didn't believe it, but I mean...
that...
It says stories of
Bird.
people going into the forest and turning paralyzed or turning still.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's a good sign that we should get a move on.
Is our friend still awake or is she a moth?
She'll stand up and slowly you can hear sort of the bones cracking as she kind of makes her way towards you guys. She's about to turn back into a moth. So she's getting ready to change.
I'm going to ask her, do you know what does that? And points to the bird.
Cockatrice.
A what?
Cockatrice.
I don't know what that is.
Do I know what that is? Have I heard of such a creature?
Roll me a history check. Or nature check.
Oh! I wish you kept it with history.
Either or.
Either or. I'll go with history then. 12.
12. I think I think you would know that there's like small little monstrosities.
Oh, chicken sized?
Yeah, about chicken sized. They actually look like very deranged looking chickens. Sort of the red feathers, but almost like it's like a dinosaur that's slowly turning into a chicken, but hasn't fully gone its way. So it's got like large talons. Its wings are very leathery, but there are like sprouts of feathers around it. I think you would know that there have been tall tales and sailor tales and sort of these like stories of like, whenever they're eating a lot of chicken or eggs that, are in ships, it's like, oh, careful, don't eat a cockatrice egg. That'll be like the last bite you have. And so I think you've heard sort of these tall tales that their bite and saliva can turn a person to stone.
Hearing that, he just kind of like takes a moment and reflects on the thing that was scattering about the woods the previous night, and he's just, yeah, we should really go. I think it's time we leave.
All right.
Understood. Well, with that's the case, if you start to pack up, grab your things, Mitsumine is going to shape right back into a moth form and go right underneath the back of Morse and his backpack. And
Everyone's
someone...
wearing their shoes, right?
Yes, I'm wearing my shoes. Stupid duck ass shoes.
someone rolled me a d6.
A what?
A
You said
d6,
D6?
please. Yes.
Got it.
She hates these things.
I have a bunch of them in front of me. 3.
Ooh, fun.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Let's go.
I mean, we've rolled dragon before, so that's a thing.
There, eventually the half decayed. There's like a sea of half decayed plant matter. Sort of vines and roots grown over each other, bushes that sort of, due to the heat and rain, have kind of like seeped into one another. It just looks like a pile of decayed mess that is sort of like this section between you and where you need to continue east. And I think what you watch, Diva, is a deer is currently, you can see like something moving quick. It jumps from like a fallen log, hits the middle of this decayed spot, and just sinks. And you see there's like movement, like water. This place is heavily dense in like wet mud. And it's not fully congealed enough where it can support a body weight.
Is there any type of large stick, something I could use like as like a walking stick to like test the ground in front of me?
Yeah, I would say so. There's plenty of matter here you can use.
I'm
You're
just gonna
poking
like
at it with a
break
staff.
off branch and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna start like being conscious. I'll just say out loud, I'm like, be conscious of where you're stepping.
Ooh, interesting.
I turn that staff around for the bone at the top and start poking.
Diva, roll me investigation or perception. I'll leave it in your hands.
I'd rather do the investigation.
Can I give her advantage if I'm using the staff?
Yes.
Plus 6, that's gonna be a 21.
Oof. Where this team lacks in charisma.
We're perceptive. And we can
We're very
survive,
smart here.
but we can't talk for shit.
We can't talk.
Yeah, I think Diva, again, it fits so well because both Diva and Phoenix come from sort of a heavily dense forest jungle life where there are creatures abound. So it makes sense that you guys sort of step forward and slowly start to do this, where you start to get your stick and the staff down. And there are portions of this ground where it kind of weaves a little bit that seems a little bit more stable. You are grateful that you still have your webbers. But there are sections of this clearing that are just wet, like water and mud, that's not heavy enough to support. There's like a small winding path that you're able to trek through. Do you guys cross by using that pathway?
Who's the not dexterous one?
Moors.
I'm not good at it either. But,
I wish you were
We'll
tiny
manage.
and we could carry you.
Yeah, we could carry you. I mean, we could try and carry you.
I could probably still carry you.
what exactly is the situation? We're
so
dexterous for?
Yeah, mechanically,
Moors
it
can
is.
misty step,
You would
though.
have to make a dex save because
That
you
is
have the
very
webbers
true.
on. You have it's a advantage because of the check that both Phoenix and Diva did. The DC is lowered. But the idea is that you're currently walking. There's this like open like bath worth of decayed mud and plant matter, and there is like a singular winding path that is hidden from visual sight that allows you to pass, while the rest is just soup.
Could Moors misty step with Legati or no?
Misty Step is not
One
taking
person.
another person.
Okay.
I mean, if I have advantage with the boots on, just like somebody who's good at it, take a rope, go over there, and again, like we did with the thing where the rock fell on my leg. I'll have advantage. I'll make the roll, and then if I fail, then pull me out.
Rope isn't a bad idea.
Yeah.
Rope's
On
actually
ships,
not a
lot
bad
of the
idea.
time, we tie ourselves together so that if one person goes, we can pull them back.
Very
Do
smart.
something like that.
Okay.
Daisy chain it.
Quickly start to
I
daisy
like that
chain.
idea.
Who's gonna go first?
I can go.
Roll me a dex save with advantage.
Need the advantage.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it still probably would have been okay, because I think my save's pretty high. 22, 23 with the rock.
23. Yeah, you're able to use the staff, and sort of everyone watches Phoenix sort of like lay out this path to get from one end to the next as she slowly starts to go. It's very slow because you sort of hear the slopping of your webbers just and it's almost like it takes a little extra effort to get your feet up.
Yeah, I think she's like pivoting her feet like she's taught to.
And then there's a moment where like you kind of overstep and it's not congealed and your foot just goes and you're like, no, getting back.
Not that step. Definitely not that one.
But Phoenix is able to get to the other end. Who's next?
I'm assuming she took the rope with her, right?
Yeah,
assume.
no, I tied it around myself. I have a 50 foot.
Okay.
I mean, we could always tie it together to make it longer if need be.
I mean, I guess I'll go next following the rope since kind of have that path.
Roll me advantage.
Yeah. That's gonna be 18.
18. Same thing. You're able to go across. And halfway through, Diva, from one of those soupy sections of this opening, just a deer leg just floats a little bit and then gets a little waterlogged and then sinks back down.
Nope.
Nothing.
No, thank you. I got to go.
Who's next?
Maybe Legati should go now with two people on either side of the rope, and yeah, I can have like my hand on the rope as we go.
Perfect.
Agreed.
You're light, right? Me and Diva can.
I mean, I'm tall, but I'm skinny, so yeah.
Yeah.
So
We got you, we think.
just Dex with advantage.
Dex with advantage. Yeah, Dex
Okay.
save.
Good dice rolls. Good juju.
I got a 9 and a 10, so I will take the 10. Exactly a 10.
Oh boy.
We're out to
Let's
pool.
figure out what this DC is, guys. I'm doing research.
Narrowing it down.
Oh, Lord.
Legati, you start to walk the winding path, and you were counting the steps. You know the steps because you have a keen mind. But there's a brief moment where you were... I think the deer leg definitely kind of caught you off guard a little bit, and you're like, maybe I should overshot this, just to be safe to not get close to where that is. And you go off the other side. You get one leg that goes down, probably a little past your thigh, and you start to feel something painful on your leg. Just something. You take. There it is.
It's always your leg, dude.
You take 6 points of piercing damage as you were getting like numerously bit, and you were able to get your foot up. I would like Phoenix and Diva to roll me strength or athletics checks.
I will shout at something in there will bite you if you screw up. I have determined.
I'm determined. Wasn't that
That's
high?
an
but-
11.
Oh, I have proficiency. Okay, 18 then.
18. Basically, the other the other side has to let go of the rope just so that Legati is rocketed forward.
I'm a wizard.
You look back, Legati, and there are like some movement in this soup that is just something is moving at quick pace, but you are getting pulled way faster.
Oh, are
Until
you
it gets to
okay?
the inside.
What the hell was
I'm
that?
covered in mud and gross shit again. It's like, that's wonderful. All right.
Legati, you
I
look
just
at your
need to
leg.
look. I want to look at Legati's bites.
Yeah.
Question.
They were
Yeah.
circular.
Ooh, like tentacles?
Oh,
Leeches?
Yeah.
leeches would make sense, but
Leeches with tentacles, perhaps. Rare.
Let's
species,
not give the DM ideas, okay?
Are we more than 30 feet from the other side of this little area, or?
No, you're about at 30 feet. Yeah, because you have to use
then
some
I
of the
can
rope.
use Mage Hand to carry the end of the rope back over to the other group.
There you
I
go.
was gonna say maybe Moore's Misty Step this one because he's a solid boy.
I know.
Morse can miss. I think he could spend a spell slot to do that. No. Yeah, I think he will do that. But I think he'll stay until Arrow's able to get across, just in case.
Thanks, man. I'll tie it around myself and head on through.
Don't mess up like he did.
No pressure. With advantage?
With advantage.
18.
I feel like that was semi-begging, like, oh, we're good?
Yeah, I rolled a 15, but I was like, I could do better than that. 18 total.
You saw the mistake that Legati took, so you're able to carefully go across, and you are not chased by anything that's within the water. And Morris just takes one step and at the other end.
All right. I'll wrap the rope back up, store what I have.
Okay. And you guys continue on your trek and journey. Whee! Oh boy. Someone roll me a d6.
I'll do it. Yippee! 2.
Fun.
We're going in order, but lower.
I know, it's fun.
It's like 3, 2. Okay.
1, panic.
No.
You start to walk forward. You're getting to a space within the forest that the trees are kind of like they're spaced out, but there are certain trees that are like very tall, like 100, 120 feet tall, that are sparsed around amongst the normal canopy of trees around you. Some of the ground is uneven. You see, like there are certain sections that are like kind of like 5 feet higher. Some of them are 3, some of them are 2. Sometimes it goes down. It's very uneven terrain. It's getting a little drier in this section. It seems like a lot of the trees have sort of absorbed a lot of the moisture. So it's semi is muddy, but you realize that the webbers are kind of just impeding your movement at the moment. Large brush around. And I would like everyone here to roll me a dex save.
17.
Ooh, 24.
19.
I got a 4.
Okay. Morse did do better than a 4. You guys are walking. And there's a brief moment as the sun is currently up, and there's sort of a break in the canopy that you kind of look up, and there's a bit of a shadow just in the sky. And it's not until you realize that it's getting faster and faster and faster. It's closing distance to you guys in such a velocity that you have like one moment to make an action. And everyone, I'm assuming everyone attempts to either get out of the way or dodge, drop to the ground. I'm really interested in what Legati does. What do you do as you see something that's currently diving in your direction?
It's just a shadow?
As far as you can tell, because the sun is blocking.
Yeah, I don't have a chance to turn and look at it. I would make myself invisible.
Ooh.
If I have time to cast a spell, I would cast invisibility.
I will say you probably won't have time to cast a spell. It's so quick happening. But I'll say if you are attempting to do something in that moment, I will say that go ahead and roll me a perception check. Something will happen, but you'll at least have an understanding of what's happening here.
All right, that's a 13.
13. It looks like an eagle is swooping down until it finally starts to the vision of it next like it's purposely chose to drop down with the sun behind it. You are seeing like a quadrupedal form below it.
Oh fuck.
Large wings extend outwards.
I remember what's in here.
And 2 giant paws grab you.
Man.
This thing zips up, and Legati is currently being held aloft tightly. You could feel some of the claws sinking into your body, Legati, as you look up and you see this gigantic eagle face just as you're being held aloft and flying away by a griffin.
Oh no.
Grand. Okay.
How far up is he?
Currently, it's 80 feet and getting a little higher.
Oh god.
Ooh,
Somebody want to throw me?
Might just need to make use the healing potions and
Arrow, use your crossbow, something.
Yeah, if I have time to cast a spell, I'll cast Chromatic Orb, which has a 90-foot range.
Roll me an attack roll.
Okay.
I don't think anything other than on the ground has 90
hit the
feet.
creature, not the man.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing my best.
Put him out of his misery.
No! If I kill this old man, it's over.
I'm like, doesn't Moors have Hunter's Mark? You could.
I don't want to ask this, but I think it would be unfair if I didn't. I already can't see because of sunlight.
Oh.
And this thing's in the sky, right?
It is in the sky, yes, and it is daylight right now.
So disadvantage.
Make a little shader.
Does your drow features say only perception checks, or is it also attack rolls?
It's everything.
You roll a disadvantage.
But
Yeah.
aren't we in a
Maybe not.
canopy?
I've mentioned
you
that the
have
canopy is starting to clear a little bit right now.
Yeah, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and on perception checks that rely on sight when you, the target of your attack, or whatever you're trying to perceive, is in direct sunlight.
Roll me a spell attack with disadvantage.
Great.
Can he yell at me so Mina to be like, can you fly and get him back? You can eat it? I don't know. Not him. You can eat the griffin.
At first, I was like, it'll be fine. I rolled a 7, it's +5. That's a 12. Then I rolled again. 6 with a natural 1.
Legati, you just see a bolt of whatever energy right between your legs, just and then dissipate 10 feet away.
all right.
It's starting to climb about 120 feet at one of these larger trees. First and foremost, you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you are dropped 10 feet. And you land in a large nest where there are 2 smaller adolescent griffins
Oh no.
who are currently mid-fight with what you can see. Only Legati sees this because you could see it's moving and trying to fight. It looks like a humanoid frog, like this smooth-skinned creature that's just sort of like has a bone and is currently fighting off one of these creatures. As you drop into the nest, you're like, ah! It looks at you, looks around, and it doesn't defend you, but it's just currently like pushing this thing back.
Do we see what tree he dropped in?
Sure, why don't I show you?
Oh,
Yay! I love visuals.
This one's interesting.
Oh, it
Oh,
is.
shit.
Because several creatures start to emerge from the ground and the brush as well. As
Oh,
you start to
good.
rush.
No peace.
So Legati, you are here. This thing is 10 feet up. You guys are emerging down here as movement and rush and sort of the screech of the creature starts to catch his attention. You can see on the very top or the bottom left, this is how tall the tree is, about 120 feet to the actual top of the canopy. If you make it to the top, that's where Legati currently is. And this is the tree in question when you look at the face down version of it. You see that there are bodies that have fallen off this tree and have been sort of rotting out here, like messy eaters of these birds. The remains are currently being picked by clouds of like almost orange winged flies. And you start to see numerous creatures start to remove themselves and sort of show themselves, seeing that new warm flesh is entered in their terrain. I would like everyone to roll me initiative.
All right. I officially hate this place.
easy day, he says.
I actually hate this place.
Look.
I did say that.
Lies. This man lies.
21.
16.
14.
And Legati.
10.
Oh no, Diva got a 16. Right. 10 for Legati.
You see some.
Can
Our
you do it in one go, Phoenix?
adult Griffin
We'll see.
got an 8. Oh, our young Griffin's got a 2.
They're just babies.
They're just babies.
We got in trouble last campaign with just babies because of somebody.
Just because we kept them.
17.
No,
for
somebody decided to kill
Bloodlines.
Mama.
We're having a repeat.
They're not here right now.
They're here in spirit. I don't know.
And is probably yelling what at me in like some ethereal.
Okay, we have our initiative. Let's switch our music as we start to get into more of a rush state. You just saw your wizard friend get fully abducted by a creature, starting to feed it to its young. And the only reason why it's not they're not immediately attacking Legati is because this creature, the frog one, this sort of grung, is currently fending off what it can for its own life as well. So we're gonna
He's a
stop.
hero.
Starting at the top of the round, Phoenix, you are up.
You said the ground's more solid?
The ground is more solid here because of the trees.
Is it an action to take off my flappers?
No, it's not. Action to put them on, but not an action to take them off.
Okay.
Webbers, by the way.
I call them what I want to call them. I think she has a thought in her head, so she just turns to Arrow and just looks at him and goes, "Do you trust me to do this?"
Yes, if it will get Legati back, yes.
She puts the shoes on her back. It's a bonus action, not an action, to click the boots. So now I have 110 feet.
Okay.
I think I can get there. It's 80.
So let's see. It is 80 to. Let me zoom out a little bit. That. 80 to get to the base, and you would be at the base of the tree. So
But
I can put
another
a second
30
token
feet.
here. So you would kind of be like right here.
Okay.
I will say I might be okay if something works on my turn. I might not be in imminent danger, so don't do anything that's going to make you like
in there though.
super.
I just know
I know
you're in a
Phoenix will
tree.
know that, right? Phoenix wouldn't be aware.
I'm like, I
Give
just
us a
seen a
thumbs up.
bird take you and drop you in a
Yeah.
tree, dude.
Look, I remember how we said you're the favorite. I'm pretty sure logic just went out the window for everybody.
It could have been
Oh,
any
wait,
number of you
wait,
guys.
I think.
It could have been anyone, but he was the one who rolled the lowest.
I can't step of the wind because that takes. I already did the boots as my bonus action, right? I can't do it as an
You
action.
can do an action to dash, and that'll go up.
And a crazy about.
Well, hold on. What is the boots of speed? Double your speed.
Yeah, I have 55. Doubled is 110.
Okay, so you moved 80. So technically, you have
30.
30 more feet. Okay,
Yeah.
so you have 30 more feet, and if you do an action dash, you can probably get to the canopy. I will ask you to make, probably like 3 acrobatics checks because you are not that high of a monk to go up surfaces without a problem.
Yeah, it's just if I fall out of a tree.
So, do you feel confident in making 3 acrobatics checks to get to the top of the canopy?
Yeah, I got a +6.
Okay.
I'm
We'll
gonna
start
have
at
to
the first
believe.
one. Roll me an acrobatics check. They're going to
I got
continuously getting harder and harder as you continue to go up.
Fuck. All right. Well, got slow fall. I have a rock also. Okay. 21.
21. All right, let's move you
Actually,
up.
22 because it's the rock.
Moving you up.
Ooh, very good. Good job, Phoenix. Nice. 27.
Moving you up.
No,
You're
we're up to-
almost there. Last one.
I don't think I do it.
Don't
That
you
was
have
a-
like a luck stone or something?
No, that only adds a +1. That's only a 10.
10. Roll me a deck save.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I'm not rolling you. You failed me. That's better. 21.
21. You reach for a branch, You are moving so fast, just you start to climb, jump, move, and it's the boots of speed is just propelling you up as sort of like licks of flame leave as you're jumping, and you reach for one branch expecting to like propel yourself, and it snaps and you get no movement, and you're like, uh-oh, and you fall 30 feet and you land on a thick branch on your stomach, and you take
It's fine.
you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you and you fall down 30, so 30. So you are 60 feet away from the, well, let's see. Yeah, you'd be 60 feet away from the very top.
Just yelling at Legati. Like, I don't know where you're at, but I'm in the tree.
So I'm gonna remove this Phoenix token because technically you're technically like right here, so we're not gonna.
I'm not up all the way up.
You're
there
over
yet.
here.
That dice failed me with a 3. Fine.
How fast do my flies fly?
110 movement. That's insane. God, you want to haste me? Just jump, haste me, and then we can run away.
I need to be able to see you, I think. But
I'm gonna move these guys here. Because technically the closest person to them is Phoenix. So
Yep.
start here. And I'll say they go up to here with the dash. So they're going up the tree at the moment, but they haven't reached you, Phoenix.
Okay.
Diva, you're up.
What's the best course of action other than just through? Probably just through. I'm gonna take knowledge of the fact that I saw Phoenix take off her shoes and not slip in. So I'm gonna take off the Webbers, stick them in my sack, and I'm gonna dash the 60 feet. What did I just measure to? Hold on.
I got you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's start there.
Oh, I forgot about this
and
guy.
I'll
Oh,
end my turn. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get the stupid flies, but
no worries. Our centipede's turn.
You.
This one starts to burrow. This one starts to burrow.
oh, good, they're leaving.
Yeah, that's so nice. I'm so glad. We scared them off, guys.
I would like Arrow to roll me a deck save as this creature reveals its underbelly, and see that there are like these small intrusions, like these small little circles, as it starts to flex whatever muscle within its underbelly, and something starts to protrude out and shoots out like a rocket. This small, thin needle.
13.
13. That's a success.
Yay!
That's the thing.
what did this projectile at you?
It is a small, like, almost like a nettle. It's like this small little, like something was like, it absorbed whatever plant matter and it shot it out.
Like a quill, like a
Yeah.
porcupine.
Lovely. Yeah, I'll like break some of them with my sword and like just move out of the way of the last few. Horrified.
Okay. That's going to be their turn. Arrow, you're up.
I'm also slipping off the Webbers. Oh, I don't have time for you. I'm gonna go right up next to that centipede, actually, and then I'm gonna cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
It needs to make a con save.
It's going to be an 8.
Nope. So it's going to be pushed 10 feet away from me and take 2d8 thunder damage. Where are my
10
d8s?
feet.
Crispy bug. We can feed the heck.
It drops on its back and you just see numerous legs just... It slowly starts to, like, twist its body to get itself right.
10 points of thunder damage.
10 points. Solid.
And then that was 20 feet, so I'll go the rest of my movement ahead. Yeah, I'll save the rest for now. So that'll be my turn.
Okay. Legati, at the top of our canopy, what do you do?
All right, so this Mr. Frog is battling this one young griffin. The other one is kind of paying attention to me, or are they both distracted by him, or what?
They're both distracted by him, but as you land, the other one sort of like a bird, just like turns ahead, like that's new, and is currently investigating you, ready to attack. The frog creature just looks to you and goes, "Either play dead or help."
Oh, it speaks English. Interesting. Okay. I'll tip my cap to him. I'm going to try to telekinetically shove this young griffin 5 feet away from me as a bonus action. Makes a strength saving throw.
Legati's gonna want to be a
I rolled a
frog.
natural 19 on that one.
Oof.
Sturdy ass bird.
It's the claws, man.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that was just a bonus action trying to make some room. I am going to grab a length of rope that I have prepared and wound around myself. It's 15 feet long and it has knots tied in it, so it's very easy to climb. And I'm going to cast Rope Trick.
All right, and are you using movement to go up to the top of the rope?
It's going to be 15 feet. As I cast the spell, I'm using my Transmuter's Stone, because this is a transmutation spell, and change it to give myself 10 feet of extra movement. I could do it anyway, but now I'll have a little bit of extra movement.
Yeah.
So it's 15 feet, it's doubled, so that's 30, so I could get to the top and then have 10 feet of extra movement once I'm inside.
Interesting. Okay. I will say since one of the griffins is currently occupied with one, you will get one attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay, yeah.
Great use of Rope Trick. Let's see here.
Needed something.
That's going to be a 16 to connect.
Let's try a Silvery Barbs. He's still probably going to hit me, but I can do this too. I can do reaction, bonus action, and action all in the same turn.
A 10.
Oh, he missed because I have Mage Armor on. The first attack that's ever missed me. Let's go.
It does connect, but it's like something like a wisp of energy. The Salal made it that it never was connecting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this
I was
action
already higher up the rope, actually. I'm ahead of this guy. Climb up the easy knots in my silk rope. Get to the top. I think it's use action or use object to pull up the rope, so I don't have any more actions to do that this turn. But I do have enough to get up into the space and move to the wall so that I cannot be targeted through the open window in the ground or anything
Have
like that.
you decided what's inside of this extra planar, space?
Oh yeah, I definitely have given that some thought. I'll put something in our chat as far as the image.
It's gonna look like a Wendy's diner. Or Wendy? No, not a Denny's diner. That's what was the joke. But it's gonna look like a diner.
Yeah, so it's like a extra dimensional space that's big enough for like 8 people.
Whoa.
What I've put in the chat was an image of that I took while hiking in a forest that I have then run through filter after filter after filter. Because I think the idea is I'm slipping below the surface of reality in this space, below like the sheen of reality that covers up the Salal. And what you're seeing through the walls is everything expressing its changes. We're seeing every place the griffin has been or will be, the tree growing and shrinking, the sun moving across the sky. So it like refracts the light and makes it this insane like purple rainbow sheen. You see like it's constant it's unsettling to look out at. It is not something you want to look out at. Better to look like inward, focus on that window out there, because our minds are not really meant to comprehend this side of reality.
Much like how
like a DMT acid trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Much like how Teller informed you that their consciousness, when they were stuck spatially, was able to view the Salal and where it sort of like the realm in which it calls home and where it drips. I think there's a brief millisecond where you slip through that that little library nook where you have talked to Teller numerous times, like slip through it, and you are just in that sea of purple. And you're like, well, focus. Don't look anywhere else.
Yeah. I think maybe Legati is better at it, like, at dealing with it, but also Legati could easily get like distracted by it. He could just sit here for an hour and look at it, whereas other people might not want to look at that.
I'm gonna put a little icon on Legati. We'll say that you are. Yeah, we'll do this one. You're safe.
Yeah. So there is 15 feet of knotted rope hanging down, down out of here. So if Phoenix or Frogman want to try to get up, they can.
Do you
Maybe
yell at
next turn I
Frogman?
pop my. What's that?
Do you yell at Frogman, or you're just like, no, I gotta save myself?
I'll say once I'm safe up there, I'll call from like hiding up against the wall. Be like, if you can climb, you're welcome to. But that is my turn, and I have advantage from the silvery barbs because I can't see anybody else to give them that advantage. So
Understood.
yeah.
Our griffin is going to start to circle a little bit around the canopy, seeing that one of the meals it just took left, but is seeing new morsels.
Don't like
And
that.
it's got a fly speed of 80. So it's going to start, once again, diving. And with a dash, it's going to land right here.
Oh, that's just great.
Hey, at least we're flanking.
Yeah, we are flanking.
Moors is going to run up. One of them will connect. Produces his hammer. Did he write down how much the hammer does? He did! Thank you, Steve. So that's going to be 6 points of damage. He will use a first level spell slot to do some Divine Smite.
Yay.
Another 6, so 12 points of damage on this creature. Let me double check of our giant centipede. Okay, still up. Oh, yeah, no, it's still up. Good to know. Firmos, our little frog guy, he's gonna attempt to do a shove attack against the creature that he was fighting, so he can try to join you. Ooh, it's a 9.
I
Let's
like
see what
when
the
they say
Griffin's
ooh.
got. His action to shove does not work. He tries to get it away, but this creature gets on hind legs and pushes him down. He'll make an attempt. He'll take 2 attacks of opportunity. No, he can only take 1 because the other one used a reaction on you, Legati. So he'll take 1 attack of opportunity, see if it lands. And it does. He takes 8 points of slashing damage as it claw scrapes across the reptilian back. Or aquatic back starts to make himself up. Slips into the hole that you've made, Legati. And immediately is like the wide eyes of a frog just goes and it starts to like look separately.
Yes, we're fine. Just maybe close your eyes for your own sanity.
Eyes
There you
closed.
go.
I don't know. I'm gonna roll see if curiosity leads to creativity for our griffins, and if they're thinking, oh, if they went up there, I can go too, or if they recognize that there are sounds below them and they want to do that instead. So we'll do that for first griffin. Not very interested, but the other one is. I'm gonna roll with disadvantage because I can only imagine a young griffin climbing is probably very hard for them to do.
Yeah, I was wondering if they could fly, but it's a 3-foot by 5-foot window is the way in this thing. So I don't think they're too big to get in, but Good luck climbing the rope, I guess.
You see this one here, and I'll give it a little bit of we'll differ them with red and blue. But the blue one is starting to get up a little higher, but because of the rope is like, they're kind of a heavy creature, it's having a hard time getting up, but it's made it halfway. So it's got like 7 feet in, and I'll say rounded up, it's got like 10 feet up. You could see it like screeching up. It could smell you. It could smell its prey. But it's not a climbing creature. It doesn't have a good climbing speed. This one is going to hop down some of the branches. And now it's going to start... Phoenix, you feel yourself now sandwiched as one of the griffins is up. The smaller one just... And you look down, you just see a cloud of flies.
Spectacular.
Phoenix, you're up.
How far are the flies away from me?
10, 20, about 20 feet away from you.
How far is the griffin?
20 feet up. So these blocks count as 10 feet. So you are, like you're in the sandwiched in between.
Can I like move 5 feet some way to get all 3 of those flies with burning hands? Because it's 15 feet. It's a 15 feet cone.
Yeah. We could say you just sort of shift a little bit, get 5 feet down.
Yeah. They have to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. Plus 2. 19?
That saves.
13?
That one doesn't.
9.
So the first one saves, the other 2 do not. Do they take half? They take half. Okay. And the fire ignites anything flammable. Oh no.
You were seeing a cloud of lit bugs. Just some of them are dropping.
Oh, 8 points.
8 points. Good to know.
I don't even know if it's like wise to get to Legati because there's a fucking griffin right there.
It's
Yeah,
just
me and my new friend will be okay up here for an hour, so.
Yeah, well, I gotta get you down. Like, I don't know that. I don't know where you're at.
Yeah, you still don't know if we're playing characters, yeah.
So the question is, do you want
that's
to
an
fight
action.
back down?
So- And I can do a key point to technically disengage, I think, as a bonus action, and then kind of just work my way up.
You could
Right.
try.
I'll do that.
Okay. Spend a key point. Roll me an acrobatics check.
Yeah. Not gonna roll that other one. Hold on, let me mark the key point. There we go, that's better. 18.
Okay. Roll me one more acrobatics check as you go up another 20 feet.
Ooh, very good. 26.
26. Barely as the smaller griffin just... you get your foot up and you actually kick off the paw, getting to the top of the canopy, and you emerge right here. You see that there is a singular small young griffin currently trying to climb its way up, but having difficulty, but is currently getting some distance. And you just see probably the tip of a rim. Oh, no, you're all the way back, so you can't be seen. You don't.
Yeah.
You just see a circle in the world, like a portal and a rope.
Yeah, recognize maybe the rope is mine. I've been carrying lengths of silk rope tied with knots, so...
Do I have
two and
any
two
more
together.
moving? Because I technically have the boots active. It's 110 feet.
So you went up 60 feet, so you'd have, what, like 70 feet left?
Yeah. About, no, I think that's more, but probably less.
Sure.
I'll go up.
All right, there is a griffin in the way.
Use a bonus action. I don't think I have anything to hit it with. Could I, like, maneuver around it, or is that going to be another check?
Unfortunately, the way the rules work is that you can't go past the space where an enemy is currently standing in.
You know what? I'll
shake
just...
the rope really violently,
Yeah.
trying to knock it off.
I can't do that. Think about it.
Unfortunately, she's used an action to
Yeah.
use her hands.
That's fine. I'll hold there and just yell for fucking Legati.
Yeah, Legati! And Legati, you hear the voice.
Yeah. Oh, we're in here.
That ends my turn.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do. Let's put these
Did I
guys-
kill any of those bugs or I just singed them?
You just singed some of them.
Hey, look, Griffin, eat the bugs.
They're thrilled for you.
Yeah, they're crispy. Nom nom over there.
Just imagine the fight under you is just Bugs and Griffin.
So I want to remove these tokens. Oh no, I removed Phoenix. Phoenix, what was your initiative? I think it was
21.
like 21, yeah. I'm sorry, I removed you. And our blood flies just went, so they were like a 17. Okay. Phoenix, the one cloud of flies gets to you. Or Diva, excuse me.
Mhm.
And are you missing any HP at the moment?
No, actually.
What
Then,
an awful question.
then it does not gain advantage for its blood frenzy. Matter of fact, it actually doesn't need to be in front of you. It could be in you, on your
What?
space.
Yeah,
just sounds
'cause they're
gross.
Oh,
swarms.
they're full of clouds.
Yeah,
I
swarms.
don't like that.
That's going to be a 17 to connect.
That connects.
You start to get hit with numerous small pincers. You take 18 points of piercing damage.
Yikes.
And the cloud becomes engorged.
Wait a minute. I think they're on fire. Hold
Not
on.
this one.
Oh yeah, that one's saved. Fuck. Sorry. Tried.
This one becomes engorged. You start to see like whatever body, like their bodies start to like get almost like swelled due to the amount of blood that they're draining from you.
What is this nonsense?
And you're like, that's my thing. That's my blood.
You get
And there's
have
like
it.
a little bit of like, fuck you.
Annoying.
It's like, I heard, not you.
Yeah. Diva, you're up.
Okay, you know what? We're just gonna go with that. I'm going to use my bonus action to slash across my belly to start my Crimson Right and Light Sword.
I like the fact that it's always a different body part every single time.
We gotta switch it up.
Yeah. Sometimes behind
And
the
we're gonna
ears,
take
the
the
belly.
flaming sword at the cloud of fucking flies that took my fucking blood. Cause that's annoying. That's gonna be a 17 to hit.
17 connects.
But that's not gonna be very high. That's gonna be 8 points of damage.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, understood.
One more hit. That is going to be a 14 to hit.
Ooh, hold on. That does connect.
Is that his AC?
Close to it.
Sorry. That's going to be 12 points of damage.
12 points.
Like stupid freaking flies. I don't want to be in the flies, but I can't want to move from the flies.
Okay.
I'll end my
This
turn
cloud becomes smaller.
there. Yay.
Understood. It is now going to be our giant centipedes. The one that is currently active is going to try to bite Morse. Oh, hold on. That's going to be a 18 to hit. His AC is exactly 18.
Lovely.
Okay, he takes 8 points of damage. And then he needs to make me a con save. Which he does succeed. He does succeed.
Okay.
So he is not poisoned and paralyzed.
Both? Both is the option?
Diva does a 7 hit you.
No, it does not.
Next time.
An arrow does a dirty 20 hit.
I could lie, but yes.
Both
Oh,
of
this
these
bastard
centipedes
came back.
emerge from the ground. Emerge outwards. You are immediately grappled, Arrow, as the thing swirls around your hip. Like, it emerged from the ground and... Natural 20.
Great.
Oh.
Things
roll
need
me-
to stop grabbing.
Roll me a con save, please.
Okay. I keep rolling 7s on this die. I think it's time I switch it, which is to say it's a 13.
That's more than... That's what a little bit more than what you needed, so that's good.
Oh.
So, I will tell you what you're going to get and what you just avoided. So,
Okay.
natural 20, you take 11 points of piercing damage,
Heard.
and you just avoided 8d6 points of poison damage.
Let's go.
Can you not? It's not me.
Arrow, you're up!
Kill it with fire.
Why are there so many things? There's a griffin in front of me. Okay.
Split the party!
I hate it here. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
like, I really need to come out of the hidey hole. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna round 2 electric boogaloo. I'm casting Thunderwave again.
Con save,
So
yep.
it's another. Yep.
Natural 3. Whatever bonuses, it's not gonna be enough.
Will that get it off of me because I'm pushing it away?
Yeah, and you would also it would no longer be able to grapple. You essentially shoved it from the grapple position.
Excellent. Okay, 2d8s. Where'd they go? 9 points of thunder damage.
Understood.
And then I'm going to, while gripping the harvester, step up to the griffin and where's my thing? Action surge. And swing at it twice. With a small comment under my breath of like, you're a lot bigger in person than you are in stories. So the first one is a 19 to hit.
That connects.
Which is... which time? 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And the second attack is a 12 to hit.
Would you believe it that a griffin's AC is 12?
Freedom! That's a 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay, I'm marking two curses on it.
And I'm also going to... let's see. Because I think action surge is not an action. Okay. I'm gonna learn from my past mistakes, and I'm gonna bonus action second wind.
Got
now, before it's too late.
Would that end your turn if you did that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go ahead and heal yourself, and then we'll say, Legati, you're up. Perfect, arrow, getting it up off you. 2 strikes. Legati currently backing away, but you can hear Phoenix, as well as the screech of one of the young griffins.
Yeah, I guess Legati doesn't know that things down on the ground are maybe worse than up here in the tree, but he knows
I
that
can
the big
literally
griffin
yell
went
to you, it
somewhere.
sucks ass down there. You need to...
Okay, yeah. All right, so I don't want this young griffin to get in here, but I also don't want I would love to have the big griffin distracted and come back to the nest. Maybe that wouldn't be the worst thing.
Well, I mean, the cries of a
feel about
baby will
wisdom?
certainly.
Yeah. How do you feel about wisdom saving throws, Phoenix?
I think I'm good. Hold on.
You're a monk. You're probably
be fine,
wise, right?
Supposed to be wise.
Should be. I got a plus
Okay.
3
She
plus
did
a
say
rock.
it sucks ass down here, so I don't know.
Yeah. This thing is, the griffin is like 8 feet up, right? So it has like 7 feet. So if I pop my head and arm out of the hole to cast a spell, which I have to do because spells can't pass through this thing, I have to lean out and cast the spell. It's not going to be able to grab me, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide on my belly over to the window. I'm going to lean out get my head and my arm out so that I can verbal and somatic components. I am clutching the crystal vial with Phoenix's tears in it.
Oh,
And I'm going to summon Shadow Spawn right at the base of the rope below the griffin. Phoenix of Grief is here.
Welcome!
Hey.
Where do I put? Why do I
She's
keep
very
losing
useful,
this?
but I really need to stop seeing
You
my
can
grief
move
walk
us
around.
away if you want. Me and my frog guy can be.
No, I keep
Yeah.
forgetting where I put.
Yeah.
Oh, the little icon.
Nope,
That
that
is
ain't
it.
She looks very shadowy.
Yeah,
Here,
she
we're-
looks
we're-
like Phoenix crying silhouette.
I will actually
whole
make
cut
it.
out of the world.
I will purposely make it a token, but for now we'll just use the shadowy being.
Yeah, that one's perfect. Yeah.
So we'll say it's right here next to the griffin.
Yeah. Okay. So that's I guess bonus action. I'll try to telekinetically shove the griffin away from me.
Ooh.
I forgot about that. Strength save.
Hold on. It is griffins by nature are fairly strong, but I don't think this
Yeah.
is going to help it. It's going to be an 8.
Oh no, that fails. So
Shoves
I mean,
it out
it
of
would
the
move
nest.
5 feet away from me. I guess it. I don't know if it lets go of the rope or slides down it. So like right next to the shadowy thing.
Let's
then.
check. I'm going to say it falls on its back and it takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
right next to the shadow. So it's on the ground here. So I'm going to move Legati and our frog person. They're both together in this sort of extra dimensional plane. The rope will just draw it out, saying it's like right here. And this griffin has fallen on the ground right next to Shadow Phoenix.
It obeys your verbal commands. No actions required by you. So yeah, as I cast, I say, attack and distract the griffins. Good luck, and I slide back away from the hole. Press myself up against the wall again.
It runs off to Mosted.
Yeah, we're very confused here with the young griffins. The three griffins on the map right now. But yeah, it gets to go right after me. So
All right.
It would be its turn.
Go ahead and roll
okay,
for your creature.
I have summoned the despair version, which is the one I like because that has the weight of sorrow. So any creature that starts a turn within 5 feet of the spirit has its speed reduced by 20. So that little griffin is not climbing back up the rope anytime soon, I don't think, with minus 20 speed. And then rather than attacking, the Shadow Spawn is going to unleash a dreadful scream. Each creature within 30 feet must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of the spirit for 1 minute.
I don't think I'm in it.
You are.
Oh yeah, if it's right there, then we're okay.
But he
Yeah.
asks.
Does it pass through the rope trick? Because it says spells and attacks can't.
Yeah, I don't think it would pass through.
Okay, so me and Frog
That's 30
Guy
feet,
don't
Phoenix,
have
if you want to know what 30 feet is.
All right.
You are definitely within the screams.
Okay,
All right,
within
use
30
the
feet,
trusty
yeah.
dice.
All right, so yeah, I mean, all it does is make you frightened, so you just don't want to be where you can see it. But
I'm good.
So wouldn't that mean everything in the canopy of the tree? So the other griffin and the flies too?
They are, from where they are, so they're at the very top, 10, 20. Oh, they would be 30 feet. Let's make some
Great.
rolls.
Natural 20 for 24.
Temple, reading the room.
nice.
Hell yeah.
We're thinking in 3 dimensions.
I had to look at it and make
We
sure
are
I wasn't.
Yeah, full on 3 dimensions now, figuring it out. Okay, the blue griffin got a... Okay, just a 16.
16 saves. It's only against my spell save, so 16 is enough.
Okay, Phoenix, what'd you get?
So it's not
Natural 20 for 24.
It's 2024. Red Griffin, natural 1.
Oh,
all right.
So it wants to get the hell.
take it we're not rehoming these babies.
I don't think we can.
Let me double
Mama's
check.
still here.
So unfortunately, the cloud of flies cannot be frightened.
Yeah, that's fine. That wasn't the goal. Anyway, the real goal is, I assume the other griffin can hear this, even though it's not affected by it, because this is very loud.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get the mama griffin attention by this thing happening up here. That will be the end of the shadow spawn's turn. It will start attacking that baby griffin next turn.
Yeah. We'll say that the griffins have a moment to react on their turn, and then we'll see how our mama griffin reacts to whatever is happening up within the tree. But for our giant griffin here, it is going to make some attacks.
Huzzah.
It's gonna be a 21 to hit arrow with a beak.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm sorry. And then a 22 with a claw.
Fine. My second win brought me back to full health, so we're tanking it.
Combined, that is 20 points of both piercing and slashing damage.
Excellent. Ow.
This thing starts to take chunks out of your armor, bites across the shoulder. Like you could actually feel the warmth of its breath as it pulls away from its serrated beak.
Great.
Morse is going to connects. That connects. Okay. Very good, Morse. 10 plus. Full on. Strikes this creature down in the middle, this centipede, and it starts to like move a lot of its limbs like in a death spiral. Pulls it up again. Second time near the head. This one is gone. He's gonna run up to join you, Arrow.
Let's go, Moors. Watch out for the beak.
Yeah, let's knock the beak off.
That's not really what I meant by that, but sure.
Yeah! You see, within the little pocket dimension, you have Legati. Frog creature just opens its eyes slightly and sees that you are like pulling your head back from casting a spell. It starts to go through its pack. Pulls out a small like leather pouch. Crawls up and just throws and hits the mic arm. Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Good job.
Good aim.
Only had to damage the equipment. It's okay.
And it deals 6 points of acid damage.
Oh.
It's a little vial of acid just and crawls back in.
Well done.
Thank you. Griffin's turns. Two things happen. One, this thing screams out. The blue one screams out because it got hit with acid and it's burning.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is freaking the hell out, and I'm gonna roll with disadvantage a dex save. These things cannot climb, or cannot fly. They're too young to fly. So that's gonna be a 3. Uh, 5, 10, 15, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This thing falls 60 feet down, doesn't hit the ground yet, puts its claws onto the tree, and just the entire time it's falling, it hits branch after branch after branch, and finally it finds something, and it's been screaming this entire time. The griffin that is fighting you, Arrow and Morse, turns, looks up, and sort of sees the scene happening, and it's looking to leap.
Uh-oh.
Why do I feel like I need to move out of its way?
It is now going. The red griffin is going to at least make another wisdom save to not be frightened anymore, or is that how it works? Because I think that's on the end of
yes,
turn.
at the end of each of their turns, they can do that.
Red one or the blue one?
The red one.
The blue one's not afraid. The red one is.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be an 11.
Not good enough. Needs a 15.
This griffin is going to try to attack the shadow.
Yeah, go for it. That's what it's there for.
That's going to be an 8 for the beak.
Nope.
16 for the claw.
That'll hit.
Takes 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Phoenix, you're up.
I don't know whether to go help or stay here.
I mean, we're okay up here for the moment.
Until Mama comes.
If the big griffin comes up, I mean, the big griffin can just, like, kill the shadow thing. I mean, what we don't want to have happen is we're trapped up here for an hour in the thing because we can't get out, right? But right now I'm more worried about people down there, but it's a big hassle for you to get down there. I don't know. Throw the other griffin off this thing.
Oh yeah, I'm really gonna
yeah.
piss her off if I do that.
We'll be distracted by grief and won't be good at fighting.
What? Just the sound effect?
Because my dumbass would do that. Just like fucking punch it out of the tree.
I mean,
Okay.
can we like hold a baby hostage? Would the mama griffin
I
understand
know,
that?
I don't want to
Like,
hold a baby hostage.
Well, this is what complete opposite of last companion.
I know,
this is
right?
nature.
Yeah.
This is the that's Legati's feeling. I've been thinking a lot about the don't mess with the ecosystem, and Legati's
Yeah, we
trait
fucked that
of-
a while ago.
Yeah, Legati likes to leave places different than he
He's like, I'm gonna mess
arrived. I
everything.
think like
kick
as
ya.
much as I want to say Legati cares about nature and whatever, I think Legati's attitude towards nature is kind of like 1800s explorer guy. Is that like, I'm here and I have a gun and I'm gonna figure stuff out about this world. Like a lot of naturalists were horrible people to nature, but learned a lot of important things. Plus,
That
Legati
hurts for a
doesn't
different
believe
reason,
in
Nick, but I'm not gonna
nature,
touch.
You know,
Legati,
All right,
do you
Darwin,
mind-
we got you.
Very Darwin, can I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a point of inspiration just because no one takes that. No one goes
All right.
to that. No one goes to that path.
yeah. Thank you.
Respect.
Okay, how far am I from the ground?
120 feet.
And Mama's gonna be here. I'm gonna just hold my... Can I hold my action?
You can. What is the trigger?
When Mama gets her ass in here.
If Mama gets in range?
Yeah.
Okay. You're holding
Because
an action.
I don't feel like I should leave a gun for Mama.
It's one of those scenes where you're like, you hear the screech and you're like,
I know it's coming.
just have a stab
Yeah,
at the ready.
it's just like, fuck.
Okay.
Oh.
The mods are still on fire, or whatever. The two that failed are on fire.
Yes.
Question. It had 2 necrotic points on it last round,
Oh, good
right?
point.
Or last
Yes,
turn,
it did.
So it needs to take some damage.
Let's see if it makes a save first.
All right. All right.
But it got a natural 3,
So no, it did not make the save.
2d4.
Yep. 6 points of necrotic.
Okay. It's got 6 points of necrotic. All right. Let's go with these guys. So, and then it has to dash. These things, I'm gonna say, arrive like this. Phoenix, you see these things start to emerge from the tree line, or from the canopy.
Well,
Just all around you. Some of them did catch fire. They
Yeah.
dropped. The ones that are not caught fire, because a swarm of them
Okay.
have risen. Some of them are hurt. The one in front of you, Diva, because it is engorged, it's going to attack with advantage
Mm-hmm.
for a natural 20.
Ow.
Okay. And then I'm just going to roll digitally because it's too many dice.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, cool.
You love to
Come
hear
on.
it.
Come on, internet, be nice. Okay,
So
that's
it's
not terrible.
19 points of piercing damage, and this cloud, because it got already over-engorged, pops.
Ew.
Killed it with your blood.
Let's go!
Wow. There's a joke here, but it's like I can't think of it right now.
They would have better off if they did this
I have one,
before,
but I'm not gonna say
you
it.
know, it doesn't always work out that way. But that's their turn. Diva, you're up.
I was not expecting that. So I'm gonna throw all my energy into the giant centipede. So I'm just gonna move right in front of it. Bonus action, I am going to pass my blood curse of the mark so I can get another die. So I'm gonna take an additional 4 points of damage. Write that down before I forget. And I'm gonna roll to attack.
Go for it.
That is going to be an 18.
That connects.
So, what did I just do with the 4, 10. That's going to be 18 points of damage.
18 points. Understood. It's
So
already looking
again,
pretty
I'm
bad.
gonna aim for try to cut it. Cause stupid centipede. Roll it off the table. That is going to be 14 to hit.
That connects.
Yeah. All
Their
the
bug's
dice.
not wearing armor, you know, it's not the highest ACs.
10, 20. That's going to be 14 points of damage.
Okay, hold on. You are able to fully bisect this thing.
Yay.
Nice.
Stupid
Drops.
bug. And because I don't trust Mama Bird, I'm going to use 10 more feet of movement to just get out of its path.
Oh, smart, yeah.
And I'll end my turn there.
Okay. This creature is going to start burrowing. There we go. Arrow, you're up.
Great. I think actually like seeing the mother griffin like turn and look back, he like kind of follows her side and he's like, "There are babies!" Fuck. Now he kind of feels bad, but like, is she looking at the two of them now, or is she looking at the baby that fell, or is she looking up?
She's looking at the baby who's fallen and looking up, and there is definitely a split decision of what to do. But it's the law of the jungle. You're not sure if, like, I think it's fairly certain for Arrow. It's like, you're not entirely sure whether or not it's going to try to help a baby that's safe, help a baby that's falling, or just go,
Tough shit.
I can always have, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes young fall of the nest.
Yeah. That's the worry. That's the concern. Okay. How bad does it look right now? Injured.
Our Griffin, Griffin's still looking pretty good.
Okay. He'd rather not kill it, but screw it. We ball. Toll the dead. Wisdom save.
Understood. That's gonna be a 7.
Remember, you get
I don't
another
do it,
dice.
so it's 2d12s. Where are d12s? Oh! 14.
14. Now I'm not entirely sure what the Griffin wants to do.
Oh, I am gonna have to kick the baby
That
out.
hurts.
Get out of the
Okay.
nest.
That'll be my turn.
Well, the dad goes off. Legati, you're up.
Oh, actually.
Oh.
May I do my bonus action? I think we did.
Sure.
Is bonus action to healing potion?
Yes.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Okay, and then that will be my turn.
Legati, you're up.
Slide back forward, stick my head and arm out of the hole.
And you're seeing
And-
3 other like clouds. And you're like, oh god damn it!
And I can actually see those guys.
Yeah, they've emerged above the tree line now.
Okay, I was wondering my angle if I was able to see them, because I was gonna maybe kill this young griffin, but I'm more concerned about them like flying in here or something. Then yeah, I'll pick. Here's the thing. I want to toll the dead. They've technically been hurt, right? Even though they're a swarm,
Yeah.
right? So I want to pick one that looks a little singed, right? So I know that it's taken some damage.
These 2 on the top are looking a little less numbers.
Okay, then I'll pick that out, and I will toll the dead on that one, and it can make a wisdom save.
It rolled well, but I think a swarm's not good. -2. It's gonna be a 14.
Ooh, that just fails.
It rolled a natural 16. And I was like, I know your DC 16, but I think it's got some negatives.
My spell save's 15, so that
Understood.
-2 really mattered. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is 18 necrotic damage.
Okay, I gotta double check. Where are we at?
All the dead coming in clutch. Again.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Many of the flies start to drop, and it is so much smaller.
Slide back out of view. And then my shadow spawn's gonna attack this griffin. That was its instructions, so it's going to use Chilling Hand. That is a 16 to hit.
16 connects.
Okay.
The battle has shifted, I think,
15.
4 times today.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like winning, not winning, winning, not winning.
15 cold damage.
15 cold damage. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 15. Hold on.
Good thing we already picked out a team name.
Dead griffins.
This,
No.
could you please describe to me how the Shadow Phoenix freezes and destroys this griffin?
I think it's pretty brutal. I think like it's a silhouette, so you don't see all the details. So I think like one hand is covering the shadow's face, like weeping, and I think the other hand reaches out and grabs the young griffin by the neck and squeezes it and freezes it until it dies.
And it drops. Last thing that comes out is like this high-pitched squeal as it's trying to breathe and scream, but the neck is starting to freeze up and all the muscles can't contract to make the sound until finally, and you just see a bit of flesh that almost like it's been frostbitten just drop, and this thing falls cold.
Oh, Mom's gonna be so pissed.
If Mama Bird had to hear that thud.
That's a shame.
And then it falls out of the tree because nothing else is keeping it. It's not holding itself off. Everyone else just sees a dead griffin turn to.
Legati, I think our time is very limited. Just saying.
All right. Is there a way out of here? Maybe I do have Featherfall if we need to jump out of the tree, but
That might be the best option, but maybe let Mama land and you come out
Yeah.
a little ways and then jump.
all right. Let us know when it's safe, and we will do that.
Really.
There's a frog guy up here, by the way. I think you saw him focus that out.
Okay.
Your friend has a matchstick for a head.
Yep, that's her. She's great. She's very fast.
As the theme to your turn, Legati.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, shit. Well, she's on her way.
It's a 10 for the griffin, so it takes 2d4 damage for the harvester.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll that for me.
I forgot I did that. Well, wait. It continues. That's right.
Yeah, until it makes the save.
7 points of necrotic.
Arrow and Morse can make an attack of opportunity as it jettisons up. As far as this griffin knows, 2 bodies just fell. And it's not looking good whether or not they're alive.
My attack's held still, right?
Your attack is still held, yes.
Yeah, alright. He'll do it. He won't feel good about it, but he'll attack it. 16 to hit.
6 connects. Unfortunately, Moore's does not.
That's 5 points, and then does it take another curse?
It does.
Okay, so that's 3d4.
Okay. 80 feet fly speed. So she's able to fully get up here. No problem. Phoenix, you were holding an action. Go ahead and use that.
I have a question. I can't attack twice, right?
No, only once.
Could I use Stunning Strike if I hit?
You can.
Okay.
Well, actually, that's a good question. I will say yes for now, but I'll have to look up the rules.
Okay. Well, technically, that's only 1 attack.
I know, but I think they're like, I think use of key points is on your turn. I don't know. I'll have to double check.
$18.
18. 18 does connect.
Damn, that flew. 6. Cool. 9 points of damage. Stunning Strike.
This griffin is in a blood rage.
Oh. Hi, sweetheart.
Is
One
that
me.
good?
Legati, move your ass.
Morris starts to rush over the tree, gets that far. This creature pops up.
Boo.
That does connect. Morris takes 8 points of damage.
If he was 5 feet closer, I could help him. Actually, no, I couldn't. I just used my reaction. Never mind.
Honestly, had I stood
No.
where I stood, I probably could have just, but...
So be doughy sometimes.
He does succeed. All right. Frumos looks over, sees the mom. Nope. Dodge. Not messing with the mom.
Yeah, maybe with Firmos. I don't know if I want to come out of here right now.
Not making himself known.
Did she roll a con save? Her Stunning Strike?
Oh,
I thought it's that high.
dirty 20.
Yeah, she saves. Was worth the try.
This griffin looking real bad. Starts to run. He only got 20 feet, actually.
Why are you running this way?
Why are you coming to us?
It doesn't know because now it's no longer afraid. The end of its turn.
Oh, yeah.
It was running away from the tree because of the scream, and now it's unsure and it's just licking its lips.
You centipede? You want a centipede?
And then
You like
this body
centipedes, right?
this body hits the ground.
Oh,
Oh,
arrow insist.
It's going to use an action to dash. I think it'll sort of cut the line to get to you, Diva. It's hungry. Phoenix, you're up.
Oh, boy. It's not... Mama's not facing me, right? She's not... Like, her back is towards me?
No, you also hit it right now.
I don't know if she turned around or
You
she was
just
like...
smacked it with a reaction. It has you in sight for like of all reasons.
Question. And both Nick and you know it's complicated when I say question.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, to climb on her back.
What's your intention to what is your intention to do?
To get out of bite range, but to also do hands of harm on her.
Okay, so your goal is to hurt her as well as to grab on her back.
Yeah.
To stay there. Yeah, I think that can be done. First, let's make sure that you can find a stable footing on the back and that you don't get hit.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and make it an acrobatics check.
Okay. Stomach sank because of stupid ideas, but we'll see. Acrobatics. I'm good at that. Okay.
Griffin Rodeo is not what I had in mind, but okay.
Dirty 20.
Very 20. You are currently riding the griffin.
Sweet. All right. Punch.
I'll say that to secure yourself to not fall off, I'll say that was your bonus action.
That's fair. Not on the first hit. Natural 1.
Natural 1. You're about to strike, and you get blocked off, and the flame just ignites out of your hand. You're like, you lost it.
I think that'll hit. 18.
18 connects.
Bonus action to do hands of harm. I haven't used it in a while.
You already used your bonus action.
No, I know. That's why I'm looking if I can just do it on an attack or.
Understood.
1 sec. As an action, you can. No, that's way of healing.
Oh, it's an action.
No, when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can spend 1 key point to deal an extra necrotic damage to you.
Okay, when you hit. So that's it. That's when you hit. So you did hit now.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your damage, and then you can spend a key point to do hams of harm. Hams of harm.
Yeah.
Hams of harm.
Ooh. 8 points.
Okay.
And then that's a d6 now. Oof. That's only 3.
Got it. Is that the end of your turn, Phoenix?
Yeah, hanging on for dear life.
I think these things don't smell blood coming from the sorrow. So they're going to start to make their way up. And I'm going to say that with a dash, they are able to get into the cloud, or until your demi-plane. That's a dash. They start to, and just a cloud of bugs emerge. Phoenix, that's going to be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 8 points of damage, and these things are engorged.
Yeah.
Diva, you're up.
Okay, me as the player is bad. I don't want to hit the griffin.
I also don't want to hit the baby griffin.
I'm all like, but why?
Arrow might actually yell, like, maybe don't kill it if you don't have to.
I'm always forcing you guys to try to kill the baby griffins, and you guys never
It's
want
not
to do
like
it.
To be fair,
it's a
Rolly did want to
baby.
kill them. It was Savannah and Vera that said no.
I mean, and I'm gonna be honest. Diva probably doesn't give a fuck, but Temple, the player, is just like, but it's baby.
Valid.
All right,
All right.
that's good. That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
That does connect.
I mean, like, maybe in
I did say
Diva's
adolescence, so not
weird
like a baby,
ass mind, she could be like, I could ride this thing as a werewolf into battle, and then
Not the baby, the mama, maybe. That's gonna be 6 points. Of
it'll
damage.
get bigger.
Okay. I should have rolled some of this.
It's just a little derpy right now.
It's looking bad.
I don't like this. Ugh. Why do I have to be the character that doesn't give a fuck? It's 14 to hit. Keep rolling 10s.
That connects.
That is going to be math. 8 points of damage.
Oh no.
Yeah, this gigantic Doberman-sized griffin is about to jump and try to claw its way into you, but you're able to stop it mid-pounce as it falls.
Ugh. I feel disgusted. Alright. I could go to the tree. I should probably go to the tree, but then I see the centipede about to eat more, so I'm gonna head that way in my turn.
Okay. It's gonna show its underbelly, shoot out a spike. Morse rolls a 4
Oh.
Oh,
because he's really bad at dex.
Lars.
And and he takes 12 points of damage, and he is paralyzed.
oh, good.
Oh, great.
Moors, we can't keep doing this.
He's just like, why does this keep happening to me? Arrow, you're up.
All right, I'm going to step forward, attack the centipede with the harvester.
Wait, since we're flanking, does Morris get advantage, or what is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Arrow.
advantage.
Yeah, like if you do this, Arrow would get advantage.
It's only for attacks,
Okay.
not saves.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's technically a flat roll because I have disadvantage.
Oh yeah, flank. Let's flank.
Oh my god.
But I did still roll decently. Numbers 14.
14 connects.
Okay. Wow, I just completely blanked on everything that I have. D6. Okay.
It's called
8
stress.
points of damage for the first one, and then second attack. Flat. Same number again, 14.
Go for it. Yeah.
And another 8 points.
All right, and it's cursed twice.
And
Okay.
That will be my turn.
Lakati, what do you do?
Yelling, I'm currently
there-
on its back.
Are there one or two clouds of these guys in here?
There's a cloud and there's a smaller one. So there are 2 clouds in here.
His badges, the pocket dimensions is full of flies.
Bugs.
Yeah, flies and mirrors. There are like different versions of clouds of flies, like some of them bigger, some of them smaller, some of them many, some of them few.
Okay, I feel like this is a complicated turn, so let's talk through what I want to do. I want to access my scroll of Featherfall, which I would have had to keep somewhere, like on the hip in case, because it's no good if I have to like dig it out. I can read it as a reaction, apparently. Featherfall must be a short
It is.
spell to be able to do this. Like,
it's
I'm
an
falling.
immediate.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
I'm not gonna cast it, but I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have it accessible.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna use whatever 5 feet of my movement to scoot over, and I'm gonna grab the rope with my hand, and I'm gonna turn to my frog friend, and I'm gonna say, "Brace yourself," and I'm going to end the rope trick spell, so we both fall 15 feet and just land in the nest. Whatever damage we take, we take.
Okay. Roll me dex save, just see how you land, whether it's on your feet or prone.
Yeah. That's a 16.
16. Our frog friend also does pretty good. Good frog legs. Both of you take 3 points of damage.
All right, that's fine.
Here.
Okay. And then what I want to do is just walk over to him and link arms with him and say I'll get us safely to the ground if you just step off here with me, and I want to step off the edge. I didn't want to use the movement climbing down, and I didn't know how to time it with him, right? So what I want to do is just go and just be let's go, and step off, and then use Featherfall on both of
Perfect.
us.
He is not
Get down.
fighting your movement. You've already saved
Yeah.
him twice. So where are you, on board, which way are you walking to?
I mean, since I don't want to, he can't technically move because it's not his turn, so I guess just the closest edge, right here, I guess, just off the edge.
Sure. So you're holding an action to dash with him, and then you can release the spell.
Yeah, we're just gonna hop off the edge. I want to get clear of branches and stuff on our way down. I mean, we will be feather falling, so I guess we wouldn't take damage hitting the branches anyway.
Okay.
But I want us to be able to get down to the ground.
And you're casting Featherfall on both you and the frog.
Yeah, one reaction which you take when you or a creature within 60 feet of you falls, you up to 5 falling creatures within range.
Okay.
So me and frog guy.
Got it. Okay. Then on his turn, you guys will dash away. And
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. My shadow spawn is going to move over to the griffin and attack the griffin.
Perfect.
I am not leaving you alone, Phoenix. Don't worry. I want the shadow spawn to be further away from me
I got
so
it.
that we don't have slowed movement. Yeah, wherever it can be, it's not so it doesn't fall.
Oof.
But so the griffin's speed will be reduced by 20. I'm not sure. I don't think Phoenix, because it's only if a creature starts their turn within 5 feet of the shadow spawn.
Yeah.
So maybe the griffin and not Phoenix will be
Yeah,
slowed.
so right
by
now,
this.
the aura is only affecting the griffin.
Yeah. Okay. Shadow Spawn will attack. That is an 18 to hit.
That connects.
Okay. Ooh, that's only 7 cold damage.
Griffin's looking real bad.
Oh, mama.
Yeah, Mama's looking real bad.
All right, that's my turn.
Mama also needs to make a con save.
Oh shit!
Bro, by the time it gets to
14.
my turn, plans will have changed.
15.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
That's 3d4.
Oh,
Oh,
hi.
okay. 9 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, she is 1 point away. Everyone, she is 1 point. Everyone's gonna see my screen. She's at 79 right now. She has 80
Oh my
within her
god,
rage.
poor mama.
poor mama.
Yeah. Hey, maybe now, since the only one up there can do unarmed strikes, could knock her out.
Knock her out or kill her and put her out of her misery.
She can't reach you.
No, she
She
can't.
can't bite you.
I purposely did that because I did not want to be bit.
I'm gonna need you, Phoenix, to roll me. This is strength base.
Okay.
This is gonna be athletics check.
Okay.
Is the griffin bucking?
It's worse.
Oh, she's gonna throw me?
Worse. Well, yes, but
What do
worse.
you mean?
I hope I trust this dice. I do trust this dice. 19?
19 succeeds. Instead of going 160 feet in the air, she only goes 140.
Oh, she's fucking
I thought
gonna
her speed's
dive bomb me.
reduced.
Her
That's what I
speed is
said.
reduced by 20, but she could still go far.
The Phoenix have Griffins have a speed of 80 feet flying. So it's going to dash.
She's basically gonna spiral.
And she's going to start spiraling in the air, going upwards 140 feet, just trying to get you off. But you are just, Phoenix is going.
I'm just hanging off. Be like,
until
this
it has to like recenter itself. Right now, I'm going to put you in the corner with the Griffin.
Fuck. Yeah, that majorly changes the plan now.
So you are 260 feet up in the air.
Oh dear.
This is fine.
Death spiral's not
Changed
what I wanted.
everything.
It did, because I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do now. I have an idea.
Morse is paralyzed.
I could fix that, but I'm in the air 260, whatever.
Frog guy, do we leave now?
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to. She's already out of range of Featherfall, so yes, let's go.
All right, you guys rush off to the side and
It's fine. I'm flying home on this bird.
Featherfall. And both Arrow and Diva just see both
Phoenix hanging on for dear
frog,
life. All
see
her
a frog,
strength.
and you see Legati just go and start to float down. So we're gonna put
We only get 60 feet down on our turn, so we're like halfway down.
put you down to here.
Is this delicate falling of bodies?
I try to get a good lay of the land while we're falling slowly, see if there's any like better paths I can see, ways we can go that won't involve fighting more griffins. You know.
No more griffin nests, as far as you can tell.
Hooray!
Phoenix,
Fuck.
260 feet up in the air. What do you do?
I have a question.
Get out.
If I take her out and she dives, does she take the brunt of the damage?
If you kill her, she goes limp, and who knows what happens, whether that you guys spiral, you guys float away, whether she is under you, you're under her. It is really hard to say, and what's going to be up to a roll.
I have 110 feet. Even if I flew, it's not going to be enough. So I think I'm just going to try and knock her out and use her as a fucking shield. So Phoenix may die, but it's okay.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's gonna work, bestie. I think you're still taking over 100 feet of fall damage.
Oh,
All right,
dear
make
Lord.
a strike. Who knows if you get all ones?
I mean, I can let her fly, but I don't know if that's going to be better.
I mean, where is she flying you to is the better question because we're at the nest. So, do you
No,
want
she
to
don't
take
give a
that
shit. Her
risk?
kids are dead.
I was gonna say, yeah, she doesn't care about that nest anymore.
I'm all like, you want to take the risk of just having
Here.
her take you somewhere?
I'll roll for it.
Okay.
Even she takes me, odds. Roll a new character.
Griffin, take me.
Woo!
Even she takes me.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
Hanging on, I guess.
Hanging on. Okay. Roll me an
Dodge
athletics
action,
check.
I guess.
I'll say with
I'm
advantage.
on her back, so I mean she.
I'll say with advantage because you're dedicating yourself to holding on.
I have a question.
Yes.
Another question.
Yes. It always starts this way. Yes.
Physician's touch. I could poison her. That's only slowly, right? Like it's not going to do anything to her.
You tell me what your ability does.
That's brand new, so I haven't used it.
I'm like, I don't know. You mean give her the poison condition?
Yeah, I think that's all it's gonna do.
I think you have to hit her, don't you?
Yeah, but I mean that's fine.
Okay, she has
Wait,
1
wait, wait,
HP left.
Yeah, hitting her would kill her.
Hand of healing.
You want to heal her?
Yeah, I heal you, but then I poison you.
Heal first, then hit.
Make a friend of her by healing her.
Yeah, no, I have to hit her. So I'll just make an athletics check.
Okay, you're gonna do with advantage because you're dedicating yourself to holding on.
Yeah. Oh, advantage? Cool. Gonna need it. Better. 18.
18. Holding on. She stabilizes. It's currently still like
Life flashy.
trying to get you, and you're just seeing a sea of trees, and you're just like, oh shit.
I'm gonna assume this is how her and Obadiah got her staff. So she's having bad flashbacks right now.
You look off to the right, east, from this height, Phoenix, and you are seeing a patch of land that is some distance away, that is like cherry blossoms.
Oh shit, her house. Okay.
I can see your house from here.
Or Miss Omina's house. Home.
We're gonna fast forward with our little clouds. No, they don't sense any blood.
I was like, there's no blood for it to sense.
I think they're just gonna start sucking up on some of the blood that's here on the nest. And I'll say for the time being, I'm just gonna skip them because they're not gonna do anything. Diva,
Always on the back of something. Back of a dragon, back of a griffin.
you look up and you just see a speck. You're like, oh god.
It's all like there's so much happening. I see a griffin flying up that I think I see a fire on the back of. Legati and the frog is floating in air. Morris is paralyzed, and I still have to deal with a stupid centipede. So much is happening.
Dang bugs.
I'm cleaning up.
It's gonna be 17 to hit.
That connects.
Die, bug, die. Oh, that's not high. +2. That's gonna be 6 points damage.
Understood. By the way,
Second attack.
you do have advantage because you're flanking with arrow.
Ooh, that's a good point. Second attack. Let's see. Advantage. That is going to be, do math, that's going to be 19 to hit.
That connects. This might do it.
That's going to be 11 points of damage.
11 points. This thing is cut in half and it smells like cooked thing. I just thought of a concern.
Oh no.
Did the griffin take the curse damage?
The big griffin?
Yeah, the big
Wait,
griffin.
it did, didn't it?
It did.
Like,
Okay.
That was before she started death roll.
Because that's
Alright.
what got us down to 1.
It's gonna on its turn again, right?
Yeah,
Oh
Regardless
god.
of what Phoenix does, it's gonna kill it.
So see, I should have just went.
We'll see. We'll
It's
see.
alright.
Oh lord.
this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
But Diva, yeah, 2 strikes. This thing slids in half, and Morse is starting to move out of it. Like it was only for a few rounds, so he's starting to break from the poison.
How far is the tree from the griffin? Can I jump up?
Good lord, I need a drink. I'm going to end my turn there.
Okay, Arrow, what's your thoughts?
I'm just gonna straight up tell Arrow, I'm like, I think that's Phoenix on the back of that.
He like looks up, sees Legati and the frog, and it's like, okay, that's 2 accounted for. And then with Diva, he looks.
It's so bad because you're also a drow, so you're like, where?
I
You see the
can't
flaming hair, dude, hanging on for its
You
life.
just be flaming hair on the back of a bird.
Okay, so I also have a question. DM question. With falling,
Uh-huh.
there's a terminal velocity, right? You can only
Yes.
fall so quickly.
I've looked it up. So when a creature is falling per round, they fall 60 feet.
Okay, so if
I got
and
slow
she's,
fall
like,
and step of the wind. That's all I got.
How far is she up now? Like
260.
Too far.
okay. It's not a good idea, but I have an idea. Maybe. Am I able to get up to the tree and also start climbing it
Yeah, if you dash.
with my full movement in action?
I think, let's
Okay.
see, you are, you can get 15 feet up the tree. I'll say an even 20 since go sort of up here if you want.
Yeah, we'll do that. Because it'll be 200, and then yeah, good enough. I'll start climbing.
Okay, no checks until you hit the 30-foot mark, so you're fine now. You're climbing up the tree.
Okay.
Oh, it's getting real complicated.
It's getting real complicated. That's all I can possibly do
Gonna make me put
for
my hair
now.
up.
I have to get higher, theoretically, or at the very least, I just need to wait till she's close to me.
We'll see
So
what
that'll be-
happens.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
say
all I got.
that I think the 60 feet per round is what you fall when you have feather fall. I think if you don't, I think you fall 500 feet per round.
Even with slow
Oh,
fall?
is that?
Oh, if
Let's
she
see.
can you slow fall in the air?
I mean, I think that's the idea, is like you jump off, but it's only going to mitigate so much, so like it's better to be lower to the ground. Well, slow fall is... I just had it up. You can use your reaction when you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by the amount equal to 5 times your monk level. So I'm like too
Okay.
fucking high. It'd still kill me outright.
I mean,
In D&D
I
5e.
guess we're in math zone of like use slow fall, try to twist so you land on the griffin and or hit a tree. Just don't take enough damage that you get killed in the negatives.
Yeah.
And we'll get to you with a healing potion.
It says here, in D&D 5e, a character falls 500 feet in one round. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So I think she's hitting the ground or a tree or a griffin body, a very soft, pillowy griffin body in one round.
Cool.
Look, I
Actually,
have a
hold on.
question- Oh,
I might need to, if permitted,
Mhm.
retcon, but it comes with a question.
Yeah,
It does come with a question.
sure.
Okay.
We'll put arrow here just for
Just
now.
gotta heal this griffin just so it doesn't get...
I was saying real fast, Legati, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
make a griffin sound like a young griffin to lure it back to us.
So
It's gonna die on its turn.
It's gonna
I
die
know,
and I'm
yeah.
gonna fall.
The point
The
is, the griffin
offshore
point is get
squall
Phoenix back to
Uh-huh.
us.
has a feature where if I use it, I can then cast Featherfall.
Yes,
Does that also apply to other creatures?
it only affects you.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of.
Here's a thought.
That's why I need to get higher. Because, okay, to lay out the dumb plan that he has, which is the only possible thing he can think of doing, is essentially climb tree, pull out the offshore squall, wait till she falls close enough, fire it, Featherfall himself, grab her, and Featherfall down with her.
I will say you can go. I'll say that you can get 20 feet up off the ground climbing, and I will say this will be a full reaction to jump and grab.
Okay.
And
Are you sharing your plan at all? Are you telling us what you might be intending?
I'm gonna
I
grab
think
and fall!
Yeah, I think the best he can come up with while he is like just immediately sprinting to the tree is, I gotta grab her, is all he can think to say.
Okay.
Probably
Yeah.
all we hear is I'm going to grab her.
Yeah, I gotta grab her.
All right. I can help.
Is it still a reaction then to cast Featherfall with the offshore squall?
it is, yes.
So I could not grab her and then
I'm
cast
going
the
to allow
reaction.
it because how cool
Okay.
this is. Yeah.
Thank you. And you have my intent now, so.
Legati, it's your turn. You're falling a little graceful, but you said you can assist with this. What are you attempting to do?
So I'm like 15 feet away from Arrow as we fall past Arrow.
Sure.
Then I will cast haste on Arrow.
Oh,
Your speed is doubled. You have +2 to AC. You have advantage on dex saving throws. So if you need to do anything that's a dex save, do that. And you get an additional action on each of your turn.
Excellent, thank you.
So Phoenix is falling slow because of slow fall. I think we agreed on that.
I haven't fallen anywhere just yet till this bird
Yeah,
takes
you're not dead yet.
Okay. Legati, you were concentrating on haste, and Arrow, you start to feel
Don't put me in the grave
a little bit
just
quicker,
yet.
a little bit more energized. You have a now walking speed or a standard speed of 60.
Okay.
My shadow goes away.
Okay.
Phoenix of Grief is gone.
Okay. And then you land on the ground, Legati. You are right up here. Just
Immediately,
actually,
like,
no, you'd
looking
be
up.
further. You'd be
Ooh.
further away from the branches, so you'd be like here.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn, Legati?
I think that's all I got. I don't want to shove arrow up the tree or whatever. That doesn't seem like that would work.
Let's see. The DC is a 15.
Yes, it is.
The one time we want you to roll high, Mike.
That's a 3.
Fuck.
Ugh.
I don't know that I need to roll.
No roll necessary.
Yeah, minimum is a 3, so.
The body starts to fall.
I
And-
think Phoenix is screaming like it's like screaming so hard and it's like, fuck, Obadiah, I didn't want to see you this quick. It's only been 3 months. But
You
alright.
start to scream. I'll say, as part of the slow fall narrative, the only reason why you specifically are falling slowly is because you are using this thing as sort of like
I'm using it as a meat
as a
shield,
meat shield,
essentially.
and
And
you-
so
there's
she's
a-
like bracing herself.
and there's that falsehood of like, if an elevator ever fell, you could just jump and then you can like save yourself. Fantasy, you're
Yeah.
jumping and you're
Oh,
like,
she knows she's
save myself.
dying. She knows,
I
but
was-
she's going to
I
try
was
and
saying,
mitigate as much as possible.
Would the wings help at all to glide her down? Or it's just a big sack of meat at this point?
I think
I
it's just a big
could-
second meat, but I think probably Phoenix, you probably, for the first time in a long, like maybe the first time ever, all of that ki, all of the fire, full on Iron Man for a brief moment, as you're like, you can't propel yourself any further, but you're slowing your fall. It's just, your hands go down.
I
You've
think
done
I don't
burning
even
hands
think it's
before.
Iron Man, bro. I think she has a Captain America moment of like her muscle trying to muscle this bird.
Everyone sees like her veins like just start to turn bright white of like, please don't hit the ground too hard.
I think she's switching between colors because she made the off comment that like her fire has gotten like the better of her a few times. So she is going from blue to black, and it is kind of staying black because she is in full panic mode.
So slow fall can prevent it's like
Hold on, I just read it.
blank D something per your monk level, right?
Reduce any falling damage you take by the amount equal to 5 times my monk level.
You're level 6.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say 30 feet because that's how
Yeah.
much it would reduce. 30 feet, you're able to held aloft as you slowly fall, and then the flame goes out. And now Phoenix is in a full, like, your slow fall has given you some distance, and at this point, it's all gone.
Yeah.
And you are just now full on coasting it. Our frog buddy just goes, "Thank you. That's it's very sad for your fire friend."
Legati's like, yeah, do you have like any frog magic or anything that could help with this?
Goes into his pack. I have a net.
Okay, yeah, Legati grabs an edge
yeah.
of the net, and he grabs an edge of the net. Diva Moors, let's like, just stretch it out. Like,
I'll be with you guys in a second. A second.
all right, we are holding the net as taut as we possibly can.
Okay. I'm gonna say that we're technically out of initiative in this moment.
Okay, yeah, in that case, I'm running over there to help with the net.
Step of the wind won't help, huh?
How are you stepping?
Fucking through the air like a crazy person.
On the wind.
Yeah, through the wind.
Okay. Arrow, I'll say for part of the haste, you have 60 feet, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Are you attempting to... I'll say if you spend an action to dedicate yourself to jump and grab, and then your reaction to cast Featherfall, that will also help. Alternatively, you can use an action to dash to get to the very top of the canopy, and you'll have a better chance to get her. But it may hurt a little bit more because there's less time for you to like to react.
So either do it now and it might be harder, or go higher up and it'll just hurt more, but
Yes.
I'm more likely to succeed.
Yes.
Would it just hurt me more, or would it also hurt Phoenix?
I would spread the damage around.
I have a superior health potion on me. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I think just make it a success.
Just make
Even
it.
if
Yeah,
you
I
both
just need
get
it to
knocked
work.
out, we'll
Yeah,
take
it
care
has
of
to
it.
work. It
So
has
I'm
to
gonna-
work.
Yeah, I
I'm
just
gonna
have to make it work. So I'll go to the top.
Very top. You have a better line of eyesight where she is. She's really hitting it. Arrow, roll me either an athletics or acrobatics check. And because you decided to get to the very top, you have advantage.
Okay. As I'm going to do it, I will yell to try to get Phoenix's attention to see if she can also try to grab me in turn. Okay, I'll do acrobatics because I have a +6.
Okay.
17?
17. Is there any way you could... That's not enough. Any way, Phoenix, that you can help out in this situation?
Have my shot line ring. I didn't equip the earrings because I was afraid I wasn't gonna need
God,
them.
about the shot line ring.
It'll
That
give me
works.
another 30 feet, like, towards him. Like, if he's yelling at me, I can shoot it.
I'm like,
Do
should
it.
that work?
What is...
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
What is...
If you have to.
What's Arrow's
No,
AC?
it just wraps. I don't think it does damage to you.
Okay.
Hold on. I
Well,
gotta
you're
read
not going to want to do the. You're not going to want to do the one where it wraps people up. You're going to want to do the one where it stabs someone
it. Oh,
and connects to your hand.
100% me.
okay.
That's fine.
What is Arrow's AC?
16.
I will say you can make an attack roll, Phoenix, to see if you can connect. You have to hit a 16. You have to.
Fine. I'm getting out Vera's dice because it rolls a lot better for Phoenix than. Hold on.
Because if you do not,
I know.
that's a miss on Arrow, and you're going to
I'm gonna
minus
roll a new character. Is what I'm gonna
200 and... I'll say break it down to just 200, so that's 20 d6.
do. Yeah, she'll die.
Oh crap!
If I had another action,
You do have a haste action.
again, it's not a good idea. It's not a fun idea. But theoretically, if she's within 15 feet of me, I could cast Lightning Lure to drag her
We'll-
closer.
This is an extra life. We'll see. So we're gonna see if
Okay.
Phoenix can connect, and if not, we're gonna do
Hold on, I
lightning
can't
lure.
find the dice. I'm just.
I mean,
gonna
it'll do
her dice.
damage to her, but it could get
Yeah.
her closer to
Six-
This
16,
point, you have to
right?
hurt each other to save each other.
I need you to hit a
And to be
16
fair,
or
it is
higher.
also.
You can do this.
I just have to do a 10 then.
You can do this. I believe in you.
Here we go. Here we go.
You got it. You got it. Good
You got
vibes.
this.
Good
You
vibes.
got this.
You have to hit a 16.
17.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Deal damage to Arrow.
Okay.
This is gonna be important because we have an HP
Arrow, you better
pool
have better
to-
more than one.
Okay. I gotta read it. My heart is pounding. Okay. Attack. It doesn't say piercing
It is your
damage.
normal. Your
This
normal.
is just my normal?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, d6 plus 3. Okay, that's only 6.
6 points of damage to you.
Easy.
This is the scene. Phoenix, you are dropping the comet. Arrow, you jump, and it is just not enough. You overshot it.
I think you see her mouth, I'm sorry, and just hopes that this works.
The shot light ring unwraps quickly, stabs into your side. You're like, grab onto the ring, and you feel the pull, and both of you are falling immediately. You grab onto each other's hands, and you cast Featherfall. It's not the fall that hurts that I'm going to do damage here and reduce. it's because that was such a whiplash of actions that it's going to like hurt like the socket of your arm permanently. It's gonna. It's like you got full into a car accident.
I'll fix it.
At least it's not like a Spider-Man moment, you know. At least this one's on your arm, and not like your
Her body. We're not going Stacy in it, so it's not.
I'm gonna reduce it from 20d6 to 10d6.
She
Good
might
enough,
get knocked
good enough.
out.
So 3, and we'll say this is an
You can
even
deal with
pool.
knockdown.
So that we'll say one person gets 15, another person gets 16 points of damage.
All right. I can take the 16.
Okay. It is immediate, but the magic held you aloft as you hold on to the bow, and everyone lands on the ground safely. And that's what we're gonna call today's session.
Oh my god!
I think because of today's length, we will be skipping short rests, even though we probably need it.
We should do short rest
I
after
think we need
that
the short
shit.
rest.
Okay,
We
we'll,
should.
We need to decompress
We'll
this.
do a quick one. Let's take a
Oh
quick
my
break and we'll be right
fucking
back.
God.
But bye everyone. Thanks for joining us.